Yo, what's going on out there, fight? Well, it's your boy Money back with another one, family. And we gonna have a special guest today. We gonna have a good show. How y'all doing, my brother Nitty G? Everybody came through. Drake Finest, no plumbing and more. Mike Moss, Jake Cooley, the beautiful Sheena. How you doing, love? How you doing, babes? We're gonna have old my brother Blueray coming through today, and we gonna live it up. You know what I'm saying? We gonna live it up. Y'all get ready, cause we gonna cook today. My brother, my bodyguard, Omega. What's going down, big bro? Gold Vice, what's going down? MJ's Total Health, what's going down? Nitty G, Big Worm. Playing with my money is like playing with my emotions. I see you, Big Worm. Andrew 100, what's going down? Carl Brown in the building, what's going down, bro? Cap Man, what it is? We go get into that, man. We can't really confirm it, but we will find out, dog. We will find out, man. Bumpy Thompson, what's going down, OG? Eric Bowden, what's going down? My brother, knockout. I got you, knockout. I'm seeing that link as soon as I get to cooking up, fam. Stay close. Jay Dixon, what's going down? Stephen Styles. Yes, sir. The so-called casual. What's up? What's up? Say Blueray was missed in a portal fight. Spence with a finish on. Yeah, buddy. TJ Sports Nation, what's going down, my bro? How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling? We go cook. We go cook. Jamal Allen, what's going down, fam? We go cook, y'all. We go cook. Don't worry. We go get to all that, man. You know, take a few of y'all questions to ask him, but y'all know how we do, man. We gonna get the good shit. We're going to get the good shit. Welcome down round. What's going down, fam? Anthony Bolton, how you feeling, champ? How you feeling? Y'all know we back for another one, man. You feel me? Gotta keep the grind going. Knockout, drop that link to the channel. Send out a few little notification. Y'all stay rocking with your boys. We go eat today. Yeah, man, I'm good. Besides Dealing with the death of my cousin, brother nigga chill. Hey, we got 37 people in the building. I need y'all to click on that link. Knockout just dropped. Y'all subscribe to my brother's channel, man. You know, as we get the cooking, you know, y'all make sure y'all subscribe and show my brother some love, man. He putting in hard work every day, all day, dropping 2 videos, at least 2 videos a day. You know what I'm saying? And it's fire work. It's fire. Came to win, was going down. I thought you was my damn nephew. You looking like my nephew over there, man. Eli Zachary, what's going on, bro? My brother Devin Block in the building was going down. Kwame, what's going down? Said, what's up, family? You and Blueray stole my damn airtime. Oh, it's 24 hours in a day, my brother. How your business, champ? Dead game boxing, what's going down? Is Tyson and Joshua fighting? Man, I don't know. I don't know what they doing over there, you feel me? But we gonna cook a little bit before Blue get in the building. Marvin, what's going on, baby? Drop that link. Yes, sir, y'all. So give it a little time before Blue get in the building, man. He's still working right now, but he coming, no doubt, no doubt. But yeah, man, Terrence Bud Crawford, Manny Pacquiao. Terrence Bud Crawford, Manny Pacquiao. Sean Black, what's going on, family? I mean, we got 55 people in the building. I need y'all to click that link, you know, and go follow one of the hottest boxing pages over on Facebook, Lord's Promotion and Boxing. You know what I'm saying? Go over there, you know, ask a few questions, sign up, show some love, you know, drop a post, drop a comment, but keep it respectful. Otherwise, you will get your ass kicked back out as soon as you got your ass in. My brother, Smooth Groove, what's going down, fam? How you feeling? How you feeling, my bro? Oak Cliff in the building. We need you and Blue Bloods to get on the call. What you mean, Sean Black, get on the call? I'll be on Blue Channel. Blue the brother. That's big bro. Yeah, but man, Blue cook. You cook with Blue every now and then. But yeah, family. Look like Terrence Bud Crawford. Finally about to get fucking Manny Pacquiao. So y'all need to talk box. Y'all the two best right now. I appreciate that double. Yeah, I cook with Blue, bro. Yeah, but now it's looking like it's serious, bro. If anything, this the best time. It's serious right now. Alive and won't complain about that. All love. You already know, fam. What's going on? God agreeing. Coach. Yes, sir, coach. And stay close, coach. I'm gonna shoot that link for you and knock out the jump on me. You knock out the key and go cook with Blueray today. I mean, Don ZB, that's how I pronounce it. How you feeling? How you feeling, child? But yeah, it looked like it's gonna happen, man. It looked like Terrence Crawford finally about to get, you know, man, got a special one in the building. World Comeback. What's going down, bro? Say best news in boxing, Crawford facing the legend. Yeah, I feel you. I feel you. I'm happy for him though. I'm happy, you know what I mean? Like I said this multiple times, come back, you feel me? Terrence Bud Crawford deserved Manny Pacquiao over anybody, even over Errol Spence. I said this in videos. I said this on live streams. Beautiful yours. How you doing, Queen? How you doing, beautiful? I said this plenty of times on live streams and the videos because of his history with Top Rank and because that was his fight to put him on that level because he should have been on that level right now, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir, Big Worm. He should have been on that level right now. Hands down like 630. You know what I'm saying? He should have been on that level. And Bob fucked him out of that. He fucked him out of it. And now came back. It would have been better. I refuse to believe anything that comes from Top Rank, but if it's true and this fight is going to happen, Bud is definitely going to resign. Yeah, I ain't worrying about that right now. Right now, bro, he getting a fight with him. Y'all keep saying y'all don't believe nothing from Bob from Top Rank. I believe it, man. I believe it. They won't come out and say they're making this big announcement and trying to build all this shit up right now just for him not to fight Manny Pacquiao. You know what I mean? It is going down, Jay Fondness. It is going down. And we gonna accept this shit. We gonna like this shit. And Bud is gonna get his credit for beating Manny Pacquiao. All right. I understand what y'all talking about with this Bob Arum shit and the lie, this, that, and third. But ain't no way they coming out right now. There's no way they coming out right now saying they in talks and they close to sign the deal and it's happening in Dubai or wherever the fuck is taking place at. Right? They don't have a reason to come out and say that shit right now and it don't go down. Who else he gonna fight? It ain't gonna be too much backtracking, bro. Look at the signs and the symbols. Everything add up. It add up, bro. So whether y'all like it or not, the shit is finna happen, bro. It's finna happen. Believe it or not, it's finna happen. And like I said, finally, and I'm happy that he getting the fight. I'm happy that he getting the fight because he deserved a goddamn fight. Now I'm saying he deserved it. All that goddamn time trying to get him, you feel me? Now he got it. Now we see why the reason he talking about he don't care about the Spence fight and that shit is behind him. Because he knew he had the Manny Pacquiao fight in play. You feel me? He knew he had this fight in play, so he was talking this little shit. Right? But the thing is, he got to win this goddamn fight. He got to win it. Manny getting his belt back too. Manny ain't finna win that damn fight. Scotty, thank you so much for the donation, my brother Scotty. I appreciate that, bro. Always showing love. Much love and appreciate it, Scotty. Manny ain't finna win that fight, though. Go be a good scrap. But coming off a 2-year layoff, I don't give a damn. He ain't winning that fight. Bud is giving 80-20 to Pac, but cried about 60-40 with Spence shaking my head. That is a fact. But nonetheless, he got it. Has he been made official? Boxing fans are slow. We just too emotional. If it is real, they will announce it. Listen, bro. I ain't here for the downer, man. You feel me? I ain't here to down him. I'm here saying this shit is gonna happen. I want this shit to happen. I want him to get the biggest fight of his career. He now he's finally doing some heavy lifting at 147. You know what I'm saying? Did I want Porter for him? Yes, I did. Did I want Porter for him? Yes, I did. But him and Errol was chasing Manny Pacquiao, right? They both wanted him. Whoever landed him, I would have been happy for him. Bud landed him, I'm happy for him. I'm happy for him. You know what I'm saying? Gonna be his biggest pay-per-view numbers. It's a hell of a fight. No matter how we could say 2 years ago and all that shit, he still was the last man to beat Keith Thurman, the only man to beat Keith Thurman and Manny Pacquiao, right? Thurman was still hot at the time when he beat him. He had a title. Now, like I say, only if Bud could have fought him while he was the champion, it would have made it that much more, solid and solidified. But nonetheless, Pacquiao is still a fucking legend in the game. Pacquiao still has a name. Pacquiao still has his fan base, and they still gonna do good numbers on pay-per-view. It's still gonna do good numbers on pay-per-view. I got you, Keith. It's still gonna do good numbers on pay-per-view. You feel me? So now he's holding and pulling in some weight. Errol Spence gonna fight Oogs, get that third scrap, and I still think the fight with Errol and Bud gonna happen. You feel me? But Bud talking this shit right now because he knew he had the Manny Pacquiao fight set up. Mike Brown, what's going down? A big name accessible for him to step in the ring. Spence is fighting Ugas, not like they would have settled this year. Yeah. Facts, Scotty. I gotta agree with that. Like, they both fit up come on, like Earl fit a fight on pay-per-view. Bud fit a fight on pay-per-view. I'm liking it, bro. I'm liking it. Right? The three names people want to see Bud fight: Pacquiao, Thurman, or Porter. He got Pacquiao, bro. Now we gotta respect the shit. You know what I'm saying? We can't be doing all this goddamn backtracking shit. Exactly, bro. Happy for him on Spence. Either or, they both were chasing his ass. Say, glad you got Blue tonight to give you some of that strength game. Yes, sir. We're gonna holler at him, man. He's still, right now he's still working, but once he touch down, we're gonna shoot him the link and it's gonna be all good. It's a go. Still won't be 50-50 to me. And I'm gonna tell you why. Let's go, Money Cook. As always, sorry to hear about your cousin. We'll definitely be praying for you. Appreciate you, Tubby Leak, man. Appreciate that, man. It's about damn time Bud got packed. He been chasing him for 8 years. Glad he gets to beat a senior citizen legend. Yeah, I ain't finna be with all that senior citizen shit, bro. He got Pacquiao. We all know the age Pacquiao is, things of that nature. I'm not doing nothing. I'm not saying nothing to discredit this fight. You feel me? I'm not doing nothing. I'm not saying nothing to discredit this fight, bro. You feel me? I'm not doing it. Bud getting all the credit in the world. I don't give a fuck if Pacquiao was 50 years of age. If that motherfucker came back and he beat Keith Thurman, you feel me? Keith Thurman was a WBA super champion, was a unified champion before they got him out the fucking WBC. Nobody beat him. Pacquiao came and beat him in a hell of a fight on pay-per-view, did great numbers, and now he's coming back to fight Terrence Bud Crawford. Bud landed the fight. Pacquiao is Pacquiao. Bud finna go in there. He beat the shit out of Pacquiao. But it's a good fight. Nonetheless, he need the W. And when he get that W, I'm gonna give Bud all the fucking credit in the world, bro. All the credit in the world. Now, with him beating Pacquiao and Errol Spence going to face Ugas for the fucking WBA Super, Errol is still picking up another title, which still, I think Errol still hold the leverage if he say 60-40. But 55-45, I won't be pissed off at it. Feel me? $55-45, I won't be pissed off. And if you get 50-50, I won't be pissed off. Coach, thank you so much, Coach, for the donation. Much love, much appreciated, Coach. I thank you, brother. You know what I'm saying? If you get 50-50, I won't be pissed off. But if first place comes to the table and he still wants 60-40, depending on what Bud, the pay-per-view numbers look like, depending on Errol Spence, because he's going on pay-per-view again with Ugas. Is it enough? Is it enough? Pacquiao with the belt, I think would have solidified 50-50 hands down. Because you become a world champion. You know what I'm saying? You become a world champion and you just beat Pacquiao. But we gonna see how it go, man. We gonna see how it go. Man, if he loses to Manny Pacquiao, bro, it's a testament to Manny. It's a testament to Manny. A lot of people go blame Errol Spence. Oh man, that's why the fight should have happened. Now they done fucked the fight up again, this, that, and all that shit. We know how it's gonna go. But I got Bud winning. And we gotta get this shit signed, sealed, and delivered first. Listen, Bud got to beat Pacquiao. Errol got to beat Ugas. Once they do that, then we go see how that shit go. Schoolboy. No fantasy business, man. People keep talking about 40-40, then 20% to the winner. Nobody is doing that. They got the position that's in the leverage, and they on top. That shit just not happening. It's not happening. That's fantasy business. You know what I mean? That's fantasy business, bro. Nobody is doing that. That's in position. Nobody. You don't know if it's sounding back or not. We'll see. I agree, Jay Cooley. I agree. Bud got to win if he fights Pacquiao. Pacquiao will disappear with that W on scrap for another 2 years if he win. I don't know if he'll do that. He ain't coming back at 44. EJ bringing the fans. I still say 60-40 is a good deal for Bud. We'll see, D. Bud gonna beat the snot out of Manny. Say, man, it's 60-40, real talk. We'll see, bro. They gotta get past these fights first. Scotty say Bud ain't losing. He returned with that O. I don't know about return if he went up against Spence, Scotty. Hey, if Manny can pull off the upset and beat Bud, I honestly think Manny would say fuck it and go for undisputed with Errol and return That's how I feel, Cap man. If Manny Pacquiao was to beat Terrence Bud Crawford, he fighting Errol Spence. He fighting Errol Spence. It's just too much money right there for him to let go. And he want a big bag too. Oh man, you know how much money he can make with Errol Spence at Cowboy Stadium? Manny Pacquiao, Errol Spence, or Terrence Crawford for Errol Spence at Cowboy Stadium is fucking ridiculous and crazy. Crazy. And it's gonna sell. It's gonna sell like hotcakes, bro. That shit gonna sell like hotcakes. But I'm like Scotty, Bud ain't losing. He ain't retiring with that. Oh, if you fight Earl Scotty, but he got a good shot. So I'm planning a Manny retirement party. I want this to be Manny retirement party as well. That's the truth. OG was going down. Senior. My brother turns Bailey Senior. Battle ready fitness was going down. Mike Henry coming on, bro. He working right now, but I got him. Soldier touchdown, bro. They paying Manny now, trying to get the numbers up. That's the business, though. Well, they're not paying Manny shit. It's an investment that's paying. So Bob ain't coming out of his pocket. Bob, is picking up money from Manny and Teofimo, and he ain't got to touch his pockets. So Bob happy right now. Manny has a puncher's chance. Bud Chin has reacted well in the past. Yes, sir. Salute Manny Brown. TD Bud finna pulverize Manny. If the fight happens, contender regime in the building. What's going down, bro? Y'all go subscribe to my brother Contender Regime Boxing over there. One of the hottest dudes that's doing it, man. One of the hottest dudes that's doing it, man. Salute to my brother Contender, man. But yeah, like I said, this it was just the stars was lining up and everything was coming together, man, for Bud and Pacquiao to fight, bro. You feel me? For Bud and Pacquiao to fight. All right, let me send this link out to my brother Key. Then get Coach and Knockout in here as well. But yeah, you feel me? So we happy for Bud, man. We happy for him. But one thing I don't want Bud to do is get too motherfucking big headed and start thinking, oh, because I beat Manny Pacquiao, right? I'm on top of the world. Now I seen somebody say, oh, Bud about to have the biggest win on his resume over everybody. Listen, if that boy would have got into that ring with Errol, he gonna get his ass beat for as Manny Pacquiao. Just like I feel like he'll get his ass beat against Bud Crawford as well. Okay, Knockout and Coach, I'm about to drop that link in 1 second, family. This link is for Knockout and Coach, man. Daniel Nixon, I ain't on nothing negative, bro. Nope. I'm not on no negative. This gonna be a fair fight, man. They coming to the table. This gonna be, you know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna be no negativity, child. It's gonna be one hell of a fight. They gonna be on the even playing field. Bud is gonna whoop his ass, and that's gonna be that. That's gonna be that. Then after that, we want Bud to come to the table. You know, act like he got some sense. Don't go crazy. So I need Scotty to call on over there and let them boys know that Bud, you still not the A side just because you beat Manny Pacquiao on pay per view. Because Earl Spence just beat the Dennis Ugers on pay per view and grabbed the third scrap. You feel me? So don't do nothing stupid to fuck this fight up. Key, what's going down, my brother? How you feeling?
Yeah, can you hear me? I'm trying to fix the audio. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we heard you kind of low. What you say now?
I might have to back out and come in. I'm trying to fix this audio.
All right, all right. You got the link. All right, coach, and I got him dropping the link right now, and about to drop the link right now as we speak. Pac-Man might put Bud to sleep. Listen, boy, if that happened, man, if that happened, Lord knows, dog. But that 70-30 split, Bud better use that 30% to request testing. Y'all boys on all the negative shit today, huh? You good over there, Key? Coach in the building.
What's happening?
How you feeling, Coach?
I'm good, man.
Yeah.
I'm
Look
good.
like you at the gun range, but I let go a few rounds, yeah.
Yeah, man. Man, you was right, bro. He looked like he done picked Manny, bro.
Yeah, many
Which
man.
I ain't mad at him. That's gonna be a good fight.
Yeah, that's what I say. It's when you look at the situation, it's the bigger fight for his pay-per-view number, things of that nature. So, you know, you gotta give him credit, bro. Like I say, I ain't gonna be on no negative shit. I ain't finna talk about Manny old. I ain't even talk about he doing this, that, and the third. I'm gonna give Bud all the credit. I feel like it's gonna be one hell of a fight. Like we saying, man, and that's why I say I trust Manny Pacquiao on the 2-year layoff to come back. And not saying Keith Thurman won't come back and put up a hell of a fight, but I trust Manny Pacquiao to come back because he's been in the game so long, you know, to be in the right shape and get into that ring and give a good showing of himself with no excuses. You know what I'm saying? With no excuses. You know, so I'm liking the fight, man. And like I say, about time. You know, the boy been waiting 35 years to get this goddamn fight. You know what I mean? And finally, it comes to fruition. Because, you know, if it was up to Bob and Bob had to come out of his pockets to pay Manny, shit, Bud will never get this fight. He'll never get this fight. But since, you know, it was some investors on the line, maybe the same investors we was talking to at first when they say the fight was signed, sealed, and delivered, you know, they probably doubled back and was like, you know what, fuck it. Let's make the event happen. It's a good show. We can get it around the summertime. You know what I'm saying? And what's better than the biggest spectacle with Manny Pacquiao in your country, you know what I'm saying, coming out so people can see him. 8th division motherfucking world champion, a walking legend. Will go down in boxing history. You get to see him fight against a motherfucking world champion and turns Bud Crawford, arguably the pound for pound best fighter in the world. You know what I'm saying? It's a big ass event. And for people like that over in Saudi, they like that type of shit. So, you know, it adds up. It adds up. So, one of y'all boys want to touch on it? Coach?
I think I'm good.
We heard you, Key.
I think I'm good now. All right. Yeah, man. This whole Pacquiao situation, man. Like I said, I was telling you earlier. Me, the whole time when Pacquiao and Errol Spence, when they were jockeying for like the position, you know, who was gonna get the Manny Pacquiao fight first. I was always saying that Bud, he deserved that fight more than Errol Spence did. And the reason I felt that way is because Bud, he was, you know what I'm saying, he was in the front of the line. He had been chasing Pacquiao for years and years. So I felt like, it wasn't gonna be, fair for um Errol Spence to jump in front of the line in front of him. But I mean, shit, if Pacquiao was gonna give Spence the fight, I was good with that, but I just I felt that if it came down to the two who deserved it more, Bud deserved that fight more. Now, and I like that fight for Bud back when Pacquiao had that belt. You know, um, it was gonna put him in a position to where he got two titles. He was gonna be unified with Errol Spence, and that's what it was gonna be. But now it's like it's still cool. It's a cool fight money wise for Terrence Crawford. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, that's all it's really gonna do. Cause Pacquiao, he ain't got no belt no more. You know what I'm saying? So you're not fighting with no belt on the line. It's just basically you fighting for the bag. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get your bag, and I'm glad for him. He gonna go in there and get a bag, but um it ain't gonna change nothing for me as far as competitive wise. You know what I'm saying? I've always favored. Can you hear me?
You can put a little legacy in there as well.
Well, yeah. I mean, well, yeah, you can. I've always favored, right? Even when Bud was at 140, I favored Bud to beat Pacquiao back then, and Pacquiao was younger, and shit. I mean, he was better back then. I would say he was younger back then, so I favored Bud to beat him back then. Uh, this is just my personal opinion. It's not gonna surprise me. It's not gonna do nothing for me to see him beat Pacquiao competitive from a competitive standpoint. You dig what I'm saying? It's not gonna make me say, "Oh wow, man, he just beat fucking Pacquiao." Um, but like I said, I mean, he finally gonna get the fight that he been wanting. But if he do go in there and he beats Pacquiao bad, like beats him badly, if he go in there and just dominate, you know what I'm saying, and get him up out of there, then he gonna make a statement. You know what I'm saying? Then he gonna make a statement if he do something like that. Now, if he go in there and he have a cool fight with Pacquiao where, Pacquiao win rounds, he win rounds, and it's a closer fight, I think that's going to look bad on Bud. It's going to look bad. You know what I'm saying? He needs to go in there to me and he needs to dominate. You know what I'm saying? To make a statement. Because Pacquiao, at the end of the day, is still Pacquiao. You know what I'm saying? And to me, this is still the best fighter that Bud, competition wise, we already know it's the best fighter that Bud got on his resume name wise. But competition wise, Pacquiao is still the best fighter on Bud's resume by far. You know what I'm saying? By far. Don't none of them other dudes that he's ever fought, it don't matter what weight class it was at, come close to the skills and what Manny Pacquiao possessed. As far as Manny Pacquiao being out 2 years, um, it could play a big part in the fight on Manny Pacquiao. You don't know when a guy that's 42 years old that's took a 2 year layoff. You don't know how they gonna come back. You know what I'm saying? You never know. You never know when they just gonna get old. You know what I'm saying? They say, some of these fighters they just get old overnight. You never know when that's gonna happen. But as far as the ring rust, Manny Pacquiao has been a professional for a long, long time. I think that if he's able, I mean, this fight ain't until what, like June, right? So I think if he has enough time to train, he probably been staying in shape. So I think if he's able to continue to train, going to training camp and get some real good sparring, to get that ring rust off, he needs to be able to get some real good sparring. I mean, if nothing is going be the same as being in that live in ring action. But if he get the right sparring, and get that right work, he can get a lot of that ring rust off, and it won't play a big factor. But I mean, like I said, I mean, he getting his bag, and that's just what it is. From a competitive standpoint, Sean Porter is a much more competitive fight. I think he would have got a lot more credit beating Sean Porter. You know what I'm saying? At this point in time, but hey, it is what it is. Like I said, he got to fight it, and it's better than a lot of them other names that was coming up. So I'm cool with it.
Coach.
Yeah, I think this is a hard fight, man. I don't think this is no easy fight because of man is experienced. He done been there plenty of times. This gonna be Bud toughest task. If Manny come in like he came in against Keith Thurman, it's gonna be a hard fight. I don't think this gonna be no cakewalk for Bud. I think this is gonna be a really competitive fight. And like I like Bud, but it's his chin. We done seen him get wobbled. We done seen it happen. And you wobble against Manny Pacquiao, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard to recover because he's gonna get on you and he ain't gonna stop. And Manny can hit, Manny can crack, bro. He's small body, but look at his legs. The dude got humongous legs, bro. The dude can crack. So Bud got to be careful. Bud got to have a solid game plan. He got to keep Manny on the outside. He got to make sure that he counter Manny every time Manny try to jump in. He got to make sure he keep his length, And when he press Manny against the ropes, don't do like Keith Thurman and back off of him. He need to stay on it. He don't need to get off of him and give Manny a chance to counter him. I saw that was the mistake that Keith Thurman made. He wasn't aggressive enough from the beginning of the fight. If Bud is aggressive and stay on him and don't let him off the ropes, because if he start pushing him back, Manny's not a good fighter going backwards.
Nope.
That's his kryptonite. He don't fight well going backwards. He fights well going forward and side to side. He's not a good fighter going backwards. So if Bud can press him, Bud can make it an easy night. But that's it. That's all I got to say about them two, bro. I'm just happy that Bud getting a good fight, bro. And this really gonna be a good fight. That dude ain't gonna come up in there, not in shape, not ready to do battle. And Manny Pacquiao, we all know he come to fight. I don't give a fuck if it's a gorilla up in there. He come in to fight.
Thanks, Coach. Salute to my big brother Blue 20 building. Blue, I see you, OG. Knockout.
So man, let me first preface this by saying I'm still skeptical on whether or not the fight is gonna happen. But I'm not here to shit on Terrence Crawford because I believe that if this fight is indeed coming to fruition and it gets finalized and it gets announced, this will be the toughest competition of his career. So with that being said, bro, you have to do nothing but respect it. Like, at this point, somebody his age, somebody his stature, you hate to say the word step up fight, but that's exactly what Manny Pacquiao is for him. It's a step up in competition. Somebody that's has blazing fast hands like Manny Pacquiao, somebody that's awkward, that gets in and out, and that can crack. And we know that as great as Terrence Crawford is, if you're really watching him, his feet and his athleticism have not been the same at 147. So I'm interested to see how he deals with, the jitterbug style of Manny Pacquiao, jumping in and out, throwing a bunch of punches, getting out of range, coming back, and all of that shit. So I'd be excited for the fight. I would give him full credit for beating Manny Pacquiao if he were to beat him, even coming off a 2-year layoff, even coming off of not fighting that long. He's still Manny Pacquiao, and if anybody can get up and perform well in the stage like this, it's Manny Pacquiao. And then you gotta understand, Manny Pacquiao has been in big fights like this. He's done pay-per-view fights where the whole world is kind of watching him fight, and the world stops to watch him and see what he can do. Terrence Crawford ain't been in that position yet. So, will he be good in that moment? We know Manny Pacquiao gonna rise to the occasion. So it's a lot of questions that Terrence Crawford gets the opportunity to answer in this fight. And I'm excited for that reason, because I believe in Bud Crawford. I think he is an extraordinary talent. And I just want him to fight the fighters that I believe deserve to be in the ring with him. And for whatever knocks you got on Manny Pacquiao, he definitely deserves to share the ring with Terrence Crawford. He's that level of opponent. He's that level of fighter. I'm still holding out hope because I was reading the article that not holding out hope. I'm still skeptical because I was reading the article with ESPN. It was a lot of ifs, and if this happened, Abu Dhabi, the fight's not confirmed yet. They got a date on hold. Like, I just want them to confirm the fight, if that's indeed who the opponent is, if the deal is done, and just let us know for sure so there's no questions about who it is. So until I get that, kind of the same way I am with this whole Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury thing, I'm gonna wait because Manny Pacquiao wasn't talking to Ryan Garcia. That shit ain't happening. He was supposedly supposed to fight Mikey Garcia. Looks like that shit might not happen. You know, he's just. I just want to see what actually happens. And so, but as far as the fight itself, bro, I would fully support Terrence Crawford and Manny Pacquiao fighting. I would have no issue with it. I won't shit on the fight. I won't act like Manny Pacquiao is some old ass man that can't fight. Manny Pacquiao proved against Keith Thurman that he still had a lot of gas in the tank, and he didn't take off 2 years because he was hurt or because he was you know, a shell of himself. He took off for 2 years, and you know, if anything, that first fight back is probably when he's most dangerous because he's rejuvenated. He ain't been taking no punishment. He get in that ring and get some sparring in, start working out and get to working. Terrence Crawford is gonna get a fresh version of Manny Pacquiao. You know what I'm saying? He's to the point to where he's training one fight at a time now. He can train himself up, even at 42, 43 years old, being a world-class athlete that he has been in boxing for as long as he has been. He can train himself up to where he can fight at optimal level come time to fight Terrence Crawford. So the fight would be a good fight. I would obviously favor Terrence Crawford in that fight, but I'm not just going to act like if Terrence Crawford go in there and beat him up, Manny Pacquiao was this old man that couldn't fight. Terrence Crawford gets no credit for me. Nah, that's not how we rock it. If he gets Pacquiao and he fights him, then you got to give him credit for beating him, bro. And that's where I'm at on it.
Yeah, man, it's gonna happen, bro. I feel like it's gonna happen. I just feel it, man. I don't think they get this far talking about all this shit and Bud doing what he doing, saying the shit that he's saying, and this fight don't take place. I just feel like it's happening, bro. So I'm keeping the positive vibes, bro. I ain't gonna be skeptical on the shit. I ain't gonna question the shit. I want it to happen for the dude because he do deserve some shit like this. It just comes down to if he do win the fight, what's next? And I ain't gonna look past it, but man, Keon's talking about that. I just don't want his ass to get too big-headed and just think, oh, I beat Manny Pacquiao. Now I'm the top dog because they're already thinking the top dog already, shit like that. So just don't get too big-headed after you do fight the man and you do become victorious in this shit because it is going to be a big fight. The numbers is going to be good. This is what we do know is Manny Pacquiao. When half his numbers haven't been good. You know what I'm saying? And like my man said right here, Dr. Mofangu, I kind of like this question. I mean, it's he say even if he loses, if this fight happens, consider that he's in his 40s. Pacquiao will have fought Bronner, Thurman, and Crawford. He deserves credit for that alone. I mean, he already a walking legend, bro. It ain't shit that many can do, but just continue to add on to his legacy. You know what I mean? So the man already a Hall of Fame. He's stamped in mud. Right now, he fighting this third fucking era. That's credit enough. Just like Floyd's fighting this third era. Like they fought through 3 different eras, bro. The old school, their own, then the next generation. So to even be right here on this level with a fucking, well, I was gonna say with a title, without had a title, but to even be on this level, continue to fight at 42 at this stage like this, bro, it's credible enough. You feel me? This motherfucker Bud ain't no pushover. We all know it, but I'm with Coach. This ain't no easy fucking fight, bro. This ain't no easy fight. You know what I'm saying? This fight is finna go down. It's gonna be, you know what I'm saying? Like I say, Bud toughest fight in that damn ring. To where he's coming in, he got to be on this shit 120%. Because even if it's the Manny that's coming in, y'all thinking like it's a 2-year layoff, man, this motherfucker is gained enough and skilled enough and got that much experience to go into this ring and look like he been off for maybe 6 or 7 months, bro. Because it's Manny Pacquiao. Now, I'm not saying that he gonna be the Pacquiao that fought Cotto or the Pacquiao that fought motherfucking Margarito was turning their ass up, but he damn sure will give a good showing of himself. And he a southpaw, Coach. He's a southpaw. So do that shit plays against Bud. You know what I mean? Like where Errol Spence being a southpaw, I look at that shit like it's gonna kind of help Bud out. It's gonna help his ass out. If he's victorious and he fighting that southpaw style, it gives him a look at Errol Spence like Manny Pacquiao who's fast like that and strong like that. Not the physicality of it. As far as the speed and the angle and shit like that, and you get in that ring, it's gonna help Bud ass out, bro. It's gonna help him out a lot. But I ain't gonna count Manny out. I ain't gonna count Manny out this shit, bro, because like we say, one punch can change anything, and Manny Pacquiao is that fighter that can land that one punch on any goddamn body and put their ass out. So it's very interesting, bro. It's very interesting, right? But like a lot, all y'all keep saying, it still got to get signed, sealed, and delivered, which I think it is gonna get signed, sealed, and delivered, and we'll see how that play out.
Well, money. What I was gonna say about that, everybody's saying it's not official. Bob Arum, he said that the fight ain't been announced yet. This is what Bob Arum was saying. He was saying a couple of days ago that they ain't announcing the fight yet because he said that investors, whoever is investing in the fight, they want to be the ones to announce it. That's what he said. So, you know.
I can see that. They putting the money up for it. Why not? You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah,
their event. It's their event.
but they gonna fight. They gonna fight. Like I said, they gonna fight in. I could tell by the way that Bob Arum was talking is Manny Pacquiao. That's the fight that's gonna happen. And then if you just look at the way that Bud was acting, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
He was showing his nuts. He was that's where all that stuff that he was saying, that's where it was coming from, because he pretty much knew that he had a Manny Pacquiao fight in the bag. And around Omaha, you know, shit, that's been that word been out for a minute. You know what I'm saying? That's been a word for a minute. So I mean, I don't think that Spence fight ain't gonna happen. I know you, like me and you was talking earlier. I know you being optimistic,
I'm
but
being
now,
optimistic.
but now if he fight, if he fuck around and go out there and beat Manny Pacquiao, which I expect him to do, but and like Coach said, you can't never count Manny Pacquiao out. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, Bud ain't never been in the ring with nobody like Manny Pacquiao, so you can't count him out. But like I said, I'm still picking Manny Pacquiao, but I don't think the Spence fight gonna happen, because he gonna, you know what I'm saying? He gonna stick his tongue out.
You say you still
Like,
picking Manny Pacquiao to win?
No, I mean Bud. I'm picking Bud.
Oh,
I'm picking Bud to win. But like I said, that Spence fight ain't gonna happen. Y'all can forget that shit. I know we
not gonna forget that, Negro.
Hey man, I know as fans we want to try to make some shit happen, but the man that already told us several times that the fight ain't happening. That shit passed him. He not gonna fight. And now once he go out there and fuck with Manny Pacquiao, and if he beat Manny Pacquiao and whoop him, you think that's gonna change? Now when he do that, he gonna be like sticking his tongue out. The fight ain't gonna happen unless I get 60-40.
He know he ain't getting no goddamn 60-40. But let's get Kwame.
I'm telling you, he don't want that fight like that.
What's going on, Kwame? What's your thoughts?
What's going on, Monty, man? I got I got kind of mixed feelings on this whole situation. First I'll say I'm proud of Bud Crawford getting the fight, or even having it to this point. I do believe it's going to happen. I think he's put in a lot of hard work over his career, and he stuck with something that he wanted, and he finally got it, no matter how long it took him to get it. Now, on the flip side, I'm not too sure about the outcome of this fight. I'm not too sure, because the first thing, from what I know, is that Bob Arum didn't have that much to do with making this fight. That's why he's saying, the investors want to announce it and stuff like that. It wasn't a lot on Bob Arum's part that was done with this fight. He's part of it because Terrence under contract, but he's not part of it to that capacity. Now, number two, we got to look at this as well. Is it going to be drug testing for this fight? That's a major concern for me, because when Manny Pacquiao was fighting in the U.S., he went on an 8-year spree where he ain't had no knockouts. And then as soon as he went over to Macau, over there in Asia, in Fort Lucas Matisse, he got all his power back all of a sudden, So I always kind of look at things from, again, I always try to look at things from above the situation. I'm praying that not Manny Pacquiao, I'm praying that Bud Crawford wins the fight. I think stylistically the fight favors him. But on the flip side, Bud's defense isn't the greatest either, and Manny Pacquiao is a hell of an offensive fighter. Number two, Bud Crawford is not a world icon like Manny Pacquiao is. Fighters, people in Dubai know Manny Pacquiao more than they know Bud Crawford. So he's going to have a lot to deal with. Throwing flurries, getting everyone to be yelling and screaming like they always do, and maybe judges swinging rounds his way. And then you also got to think of this on the flip side. Who is it a bigger win for? to win this fight? Is it a bigger win for? Because you gotta remember, boxing is the entertainment business. Is it a bigger storyline for Bud Crawford to beat a 42-year-old Manny Pacquiao, or is it a bigger storyline for a 42-year-old Manny Pacquiao to beat, quote unquote, the number one pound for pound fighter in the world? And would it be a lot easier, or would it yield more money for an undisputed fight between Manny Pacquiao and Errol Spence? On the flip side, because at the end of the day, this is a dirty business. We've seen a lot of lopsided. We've seen a whole lot of lopsided victories in the sport of boxing. You know, it's something that happens, and I just think that I don't know what's going on with with Bud Crawford going forward with his contract with Top Rank, but you know, these investors weren't. Think about this: the Manny Pacquiao and Bud Crawford fight is only possible because the Manny Pacquiao and Mikey Garcia fight fell through because Mikey Garcia started acting like a diva in negotiations. He was asking for more money. He was trying to pick Manny Pacquiao gloves. He was trying to do a whole bunch of shit, and they hopped out the negotiations. So the money is behind Manny Pacquiao. These are the same investors that's going to do the fight with Mikey Garcia. They done took Manny Pacquiao and slid him over to Crawford. So these are some things that we have to look at, because no matter what anyone says, who's the draw in this fight? Manny Pacquiao. Who would yield more revenue in a unification fight with Spence? You got to really think about that. Is it Crawford or is it Pacquiao? It's a better storyline. It's a way better storyline. And then also we have, you got to think about the Super Bowl. You had the MVP versus the quote unquote GOAT, Tom Brady versus Mahomes. This could be the year of the upset, personally. But I think that Bud Crawford is going to have to stop Manny Pacquiao in order to win this fight. That's my personal opinion. I think he's going to have to stop. I think he's going to have to stop Manny Pacquiao. And like Keon said, it can't be back and forth rounds. That can't happen. This is in a completely different country. This is across the way. This is a completely different country. It should be very interesting how this plays out. I'm rooting for Bud because the only person that I hate on more than Bud is Manny, because I think Manny PD cheap. I just keep it 100. So I'm rooting for Bud. I hope Bud is able to, pull this one out. But I think it's going to be a great fight, and I think Bud makes up, because a lot of people look at Bud in similarities to Mayweather, which he isn't. But I think Bud makes up more for his defense with offense, and I think Manny Pacquiao is going to be able to touch him, even with the timing. Manny Pacquiao took some big ass shots from Keith Thurman. He didn't go nowhere, and he kept coming. So there's a lot to look. I think it's a good matchup. It's a fight I'm definitely going to buy, and I think the boxing fans are going to win. And I also feel like what Monty was saying, what Keon was saying about him, but winning and standing on his nuts and showing his nuts about making the Spence fight, I think it would be a lot easier for them to make a Spence and Manny Pacquiao fight, to be honest. So I want them to win, but I still want to see what's going to go on.
Let me ask y'all. Oh, go ahead, bro.
I'm not worrying about no goddamn juice. I'm not worrying about no judges doing this, that, and none of that shit. I got Bud winning this fight. You feel me? Because when we come in and we get to talk about juice and we get to talk about judges, we already discrediting shit. I ain't discrediting, bro. I ain't bringing in none of that shit. We gonna let the fight play out. The fight gonna be what it's gonna be in the ring. We all know what it is. We know what the fuck we watching. We know if Bud won that fight or not. We know when we see the shit. So I ain't looking forward to say that shit. We can't say that he was on shit against fucking Thurman. The people just saying that shit because Thurman come out and say, "Oh, I fucked up without no Thurman. You was being cocky. You thought you was gonna go in there and beat that man." He went in there and whooped your ass. You underestimated that man. That was on you. You underestimated man. He talking about little T-Rex arm and joking around and all that shit and get in the first round. He put your ass on the cameras as you was looking up. That's a testament to Manny Pacquiao. Manny is a bad motherfucker in that ring, period, point blank. So bring your ass in there on your A game and don't be bullshitting around. Turnbull Crawford don't bullshit around. That motherfucker is a gym rat. He stay in good shape, man. He talk about that shit all the time. You got to give him credit for that shit. He ain't shortchanging us. He ain't gonna never shortchange us. Manny Pacquiao don't shortchange the game. Canelo Alvarez don't shortchange the game. Them niggas in that motherfucker working their ass off, putting in that work. That's why they get the results they get, because they don't play around. Bud ain't fit to play around with no goddamn Manny Pacquiao. Bud felt like he was ready for Manny Pacquiao since he whooped Thomas DeLorde ass and Diary Jean ass. You feel me? So it's gonna be one hell of a fight. It's gonna be one hell of a fight. So I ain't looking at this shit talking about no judges, no steroids, and none of that shit. Because right off the back, we're discrediting what's going on in the ring. And if Pacquiao get in there and whoop Bud ass, I don't want people to come back talking about it was because of the judges or none of this shit. Pacquiao won because Pacquiao is that motherfucking good. Bud's got to come in there and be on this shit to make sure that shit don't slip up. And I don't think he's gonna let that shit slip up. I think his ass gonna be game ready. And he been wanting this fight for so long that he going there and handle his business, bro. And it's gonna put his ass on another level. And that's the fight that he needs. But go ahead, knockout.
So I wanted to ask y'all this because I think we all in agreement that if the fight happened, we would support the fight. We give Bud Crawford full credit for winning. We give Manny Pacquiao full credit for winning. But my thing is, like, why are we choosing to believe this when it comes to Top Ranking, when it comes to Bob Arum? We know he's a liar, right? And we know, but then when it comes to the Deontay Wilder or the Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua, we like, oh, no, bro, that's bullshit. Like, we don't believe that shit. We ain't rocking with that shit whatsoever. When it's basically the same thing. Hey, we got a fight done, but we got them holding this date, but we ain't really got the date. Oh, and while I'm giving you this rumor, while I'm giving you this report, the shit ain't final yet. Like, it's no done deal, but here's what they saying is gonna happen. So why are we as fans?
Because knockout, I'm say this to you, brother. We know for a fact, knockout, that Theory is in
arbitration.
Yeah, he got something going on with Wilder. So
yeah,
we know that's a whole situation. And we get, you know what I'm saying? We got Tay giving us information, Blue and 78 giving us information on that shit. So we know how they ass holding up. We know the reason why that shit ain't happening. You know what I'm saying? So I look at it with Bud and Manny, because look how close we is to it, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Bob will come out and fuck around on this side of town with the American fans. And this is no knock on the UK fans and shit like that. With the American fans come out and be saying that this fight is put together, and he said he got people paying for the shit, and you know what I'm saying? I don't think he'll come out and play with it, and Bud won't be saying the shit that he's saying, you know what I mean? And knowing that, oh, I ain't gonna bite my motherfucker hand that feeds you, or talk all this shit, I don't need this if the fight wasn't set up, you feel me? That's how I feel about that situation. But I just look at every situation, it's a whole thing going on in the courtroom with this motherfucking ass, so we know how that shit is. But you can finish your point, my brother.
Yeah, I guess my thing is, bro, like, I'm just having the logic in me, and maybe I need to quit looking at it from this logic, but the logic in me just doesn't get the point of, if Manny Pacquiao was doing this, and maybe I think somebody, I forget who it was, so shout out to whoever made this point. If Manny Pacquiao was fighting Crawford, I don't think he wouldn't have been stripped, bro. Or maybe the Mikey shit fell through, like somebody said, and so now he had to move to Crawford and he ain't got no choice or some shit like that. But all of that shit, dropping your belt, not fighting 2 years, you know, not fighting Terrence Bud Crawford for 6 to 8 years. And now when you're 42, 43 years old, you ain't got no belt no more. Now all of a sudden, now you're gonna fight Terrence Crawford, when if you were gonna fight him, a unification fight is way fucking bigger. You know what I'm saying? If you tell the WBA that, they don't strip your ass. And so that's why I'm having a hard time connecting the dots. Again, I want to be clear though to everybody in the chat and everybody on the panel with me. If the fight happens, I fully support that shit. I think that Terrence Bud Crawford should get full credit if this fight happens. But I'm so skeptical in it, just because, like, it doesn't make sense logically to me for you to drop a belt and then go challenge the number 1 pound for pound fighter, bro. I don't understand it. Like, if you was gonna challenge him anyway, if that's the fight that was being made, if that's what you was talking about, then okay, bro, you're gonna get it rocking and you're gonna have your belt. And then it's an even bigger fight.
That one is bro.
But knockout, you gotta understand what happened, because he was trying to make that big fight with McGregor.
Right.
That was gonna happen. So that fell through because McGregor got knocked out. So
Right.
Bud Crawford wasn't even really on his.
You muted out, Coach.
Still, coach.
You muted, Coach.
Might have a little issue with your audio. I was going to piggyback, and I'll wait for you to come back in, Coach. But I was going to say the same thing in terms of, Manny Pacquiao at this point in the game, he's bigger than a belt. He's bigger than the title. Manny Pacquiao is a living legend, and going back to the I really feel like Manny Pacquiao is trying to cash out, and this was the biggest payday. It's time for him. He's getting older. He's getting longer in the tooth. It's been 2 years, almost 2 years since he's been in the ring. So again, he's not getting any younger. He tried to do the fight with McGregor. That fell through. He's trying to do something with Mikey. Mikey would have been a pretty good pay-per-view and a lot safer of a bet with Mikey's fan base. But that fell through as well. And this presented itself, and it's for a belt. Manny doesn't care about the belt. I mean, think about it. What's the point of Manny trying to go get a belt and paying a sanction fee at this point? Like it don't even make sense. Everyone on this panel, everyone in the chat, and everyone in the boxing world is going to give Terrence Crawford the credit he deserves for having a Manny Pacquiao on his resume, especially if it's a knockout.
Somebody else said this too.
Hold on. Coach.
Hey, y'all can hear me?
Yeah, we hear you, but we're getting that feedback too.
Yeah.
All right, hold up. Let me cut that mic off. Okay. Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah, a lot better.
You good now?
Go ahead, finish make your point, Coach.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, what I was saying was that's why all of this happened in the timeline that it did, because Manny was trying to fight. Then they come up with this Ryan Garcia mess.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that fell through. He had a bunch of stuff fell through. So that's why this came about. So because you got to remember, Terrence Crawford, he was trying to negotiate. Who he was trying to negotiate before Manny Pacquiao?
McGregor.
He was trying to, right, but I'm talking about Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford was trying to get Mikey or Manny. So he was trying to, that's why this fell the way it fell. It's not because it's it's suspect. I think that this was Manny's best option after everything else fell through. That's what I think, because I don't think he wanted no parts of Errol Spence, and Errol already set up to fight for the title. So that fight can't happen. So that's the big issue. So that's what the timeline, the way it fell, it makes sense if you look at it. You know what I'm saying? Because McGregor screwed it all up for Manny Pacquiao. Because that was the route, because it was gonna make over $100 million. But he was gonna make $100 million. Manny Pacquiao was. You know what I'm saying? So that's why he pretty much went this route. So I just think that Bud got to be careful. Bud got to back Manny up, like I said earlier, because if he don't back Manny up, it's gonna be a problem. Manny Pacquiao not coming in there to lay down for nobody.
Yeah, that's a fact. What about this? Because I think this fight could actually, he made this point, to hurt Undisputed, bro.
Go ahead.
Do y'all think it could hurt Undisputed? Because I think a fight like this, like Key alluded to, like if Terrence Crawford wins, his ego could be big. You know what I'm saying? He could kind of make it hard to make a fight with Errol Spence. Or if Manny Pacquiao win, do we trust that he'll go straight into a fight with Errol Spence 6 months later, or to fight twice this year? Like, what are y'all thoughts on that, bro? That it could possibly actually hurt Undisputed, this fight happening.
If Manny Pacquiao win, I think that's gonna boost his confidence up even higher than it already is, right? Because he gonna feel like I beat Keith Thurman, now I just beat Bud Crawford.
Yep.
These dudes, these young cats in this generation ain't on my level.
Yep.
You feel they not built like me. We in a whole different, you know what I'm saying? We cut from a different cloth. It's gonna make him feel that way. They didn't face the competition that I faced coming up. it's a whole different, it's a whole different era. These young cats from this era can't fuck with me. That's how he gonna feel. So I think that if Manny Pacquiao win, plus plus he do deal with Al Heyman, I think that's the fight that they gonna make. I think that'll be an easy fight to make. But like I said before, and I'm gonna pass it to somebody else. If Bud Crawford wins, like I think he is gonna do, y'all could forget about that fight.
Damn.
Go ahead, Kwame. What you
I
got?
think I think it's gonna happen. I think that Bud fight. I think Bud doing all of this stuff and saying what he's saying. I think that's all propaganda. I think that he's just saying those things because when that money's get put in his face, because that's gonna be the biggest payday of his life. When he deal with Errol Spence, he gonna fight, and he's gonna fight. Now Errol needs to be fair with Bud too. You know what I'm saying? We talking about Bud being fair with Errol as far as taking a 60-40. I mean, Errol can't be offering a man 70-30 and 80-20. We can all agree on that, dude. It's at least a
Right.
60-40. You know what I'm saying? That 70-30 and 80-20 shit, bro, I don't agree with that. I think it should be 60-40, especially because
You went
cut
mute,
out.
Coach, you
coach.
cut out. You cut out, Coach. You can't hear you.
I'm gonna say this, Coach, and when you come back in, I want everybody to hear me and hear me well on this shit. 70-30 and 80-20 is not the play. It's always been 60-40, everybody. All right. When he said 60-40, 70-30, whatever we give him, that was Earl talking. But 60-40 is the play, and the 80-20 was a goddamn joke, taken out of context. That was the one of the biggest jokes that I seen, and people ran with it so fucking much, and the shit was so fucking irritating to see, and just a disgrace for people to try to take anything that a man say and make it a reality. Even boxing 24/7 wrote a goddamn whole article on the shit talking about Earl Spence want 80-20 now. Like Earl Spence even had to come out and say it was a goddamn joke, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, god damn, everything, like people be so too uptight with certain shit. Like the man said 80-20, don't make me 80-20. Like you can hear it in his voice and that the man playing that it's a joke. Never said this shit in public, never said it in the interview. Man said it on live, having fun with some Turnsburg Crawford trolls. Having fun with some Turnsburg Crawford trolls, and they took that shit and ran with it. And I just can't believe how many people is riding with that shit and really believing that the man will actually offer that man an 80-20 split. Right? It just don't make no sense, bro. That's some of like the stupidest shit I ever seen in my life. And it just showed me how much and how far people will go to get a fucking story, or how far people will go to try to shit on Earl Spence. You feel me? And it's terrible, dog. It's just pretty terrible, man.
Yeah, people just
80-20.
opportunists. Yeah, people just opportunists. I think from both sides. I know how to embrace my villain role. With Bud Crawford. So, you know what I'm saying. I just embrace it. But on the flip side, I could be real, and I would love to see two brothers, make that money with Crawford and Spence. But on the flip side, though, there's like, and I'm gonna keep it 100. I noticed certain patterns though with Crawford though. Like I was just watching the Hank Lundy weigh in. I noticed the Ndongo weigh in. Is normally when he fighting like a black fighter, he putting hands. There's a scuffle. There's always something going on, and it just seems like there's no issue taking this 20% and I don't have a problem with him fighting Manny Pacquiao, because who's gonna pass up a fight with Manny Pacquiao? I mean, that would be dumb. You don't just pass up a fight with Manny Pacquiao. But on the flip side, it's like you're willing to compromise in that regard, but you're not willing to compromise in the regard of another brother where you guys could just get money together. And I mean, I just see that as a common a pattern, that I'm noticing with them. But hopefully he wins. I'll be rooting for him to win this fight. I hope he does win, but I feel like if he does win, him and Spence need to fight. None of this hard flexing. They need to come to the table and make the fight happen. If they not gonna make the fight happen, then I want Manny Pacquiao to win. That's where I'm at. I think if Crawford could deal with, understand, because this is gonna be a very tricky situation because the fan base that's gonna be buying the fight ain't his. It's gonna be Manny's. I mean, there's gonna be a lot of people, paying to watch the fight because it is him, and hopefully it gets promoted the correct way, which I think it should, with the amount of money that's behind it. But on the flip side, I'm not with I can make the Hall of Fame today shit, because I'm scared. See, that statement scared me with him. I can make the Hall of Fame right now. So it's like, now that I fought Manny Pacquiao, who's 42 years old and, out of his prime, I could, I got that on my resume, and I could, that would just solidify more of his Hall of Fame talk. So, which he can make the Hall of Fame, but the point is, we want to see the fights with young, hungry champions, young guys that are in their prime, where we actually think that, it's a 50-50 fight. And I would like to say it's a 50-50 fight with Manny Pacquiao, but I don't believe it's a 50-50 fight. I don't believe it. I believe Bud Crawford, just like Keon said, I think his skill set is all wrong for Pacquiao. The reach, how he throw punches, the movement. The only thing that I see in terms of the matchup, which I will favor Manny Pacquiao somewhat in, is just Manny has more speed, and Bud Crawford's defense is not the greatest defense where he gets hit. And Manny Pacquiao is a hell of an offensive fighter. So, and Manny and both of these guys have a lot of experience, but Manny Pacquiao has a hell of a lot of experience too. This motherfucker's 70 fights deep. 70-something fights deep. He's a fucking legend in the sport. So
this guy V-Town Spence haven't mentioned Manny Pacquiao's name since he got stripped. Well, because Errol is not looking to fight nobody without a belt.
Right. And that's the thing,
Errol
Coach.
wanted all the belts. He said what he wanted. I'm fighting everybody who got a belt. That's why he didn't mess with you, Dennis Ugas, before. Because he told you, Dennis Ugas, now you got something I want. And everybody got to give Errol Spence this one thing. They all complain about he not fighting Bud Crawford. He told everybody, plain as day, exactly what he was going to do. I'm going to clean up my side of the street, and then I'm coming to get your shit on your side of the street.
Yep.
He said that over a year and a half or 2 years ago. He said what he was going to do. So people could stop trying to say Errol Spence is ducking Bud Crawford. He already said exactly what he was going to do. Yeah. Now you Dennis Ugas got the belt.
He after that.
Go and get the belt from him.
Yeah.
I tell you exactly what he going to do. He haven't wavered from what his plans are. And all these people that Spence haters, like I told everybody before, I love Bud Crawford and I love Errol Spence. I like both of those fighters, right? And may the best man win. Now, do I favor Errol to win the fight? Yes, because I think he's bigger, stronger, and I think he has the skill set to beat Bud Crawford. Now, can he beat Errol Spence? Absolutely he can, because he's a hell of a fighter.
Yeah.
This fight right here that's coming up with Bud and Manny, people can sit here and think he's gonna just walk through Manny Pacquiao. This shit ain't happening.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Yeah,
it ain't happening, Jack.
One thing about the point that that Kwame just made, man, like experience, right? Yeah, they both experienced, but one fighter got experience against some straight
killers.
You feel what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
Talking about one Daniel Marquez, Floyd Mayweather, Miguel Cotto's, De La Hoya's, like. Even though some of them are past their prime, like Manny Pacquiao been in there with some killers, bro. So that could show up in this fight, because a lot of times when you fight people that don't have a chance against you, you build bad habits in that ring. And if you Terrence Bud Crawford, if you watch him closely, as he has gotten further along in his career, his feet have gotten slower. He has become more easy to hit. He's not as defensively responsible. All that athleticism that he used to rely on, that shit is waning just a little bit, just enough to where, boxing shit, it's one punch and the whole fight changes. So he slowed down just enough. People that act like he gonna be able to just run through Manny Pacquiao, that's not what happen if they end up fighting, bro. It's gonna be a test for Terrence Bud Crawford. It's gonna be some adjusting. And we were making a point yesterday, with me, Coach and Money, we're talking. Terrence Crawford starts slow, bro. He starts slow. He takes some time to get going. If you look at his most recent fight with Kell Brook was boxing well against him until he eventually got caught. He cannot afford to start slow like that against somebody like Manny Pacquiao, because Manny Pacquiao will come out the gate explosive as shit. And if he lands, we saw what he did to Keith Thurman at the beginning of that fight. And if he lands shit, if he lands some shit and end up like knocking Bud down or hurting Bud down or hurting Bud or whatever, Manny Pacquiao ain't the type of fighter with all that experience against killers and all that great pedigree and being the Hall of Famer and the legend that he is. He is not the fighter that you want to start down to by being knocked down and being rattled, because he'll jump on your ass in a heartbeat, bro.
Let me say this. Matthew Valentine's, I appreciate you, bro. Much love, much appreciated, fam. Appreciate that. Go ahead, knockout.
No, I was about done. I was just saying that experience point that Kwame made. I wanted to expound upon it a little bit, because a lot of time people always talk about skills and speed and power and agility, but that experience shit, bro. A lot of fights are won off of experience, and that you can, if you don't give Manny Pacquiao anything else, because you can give him hand speed, like y'all said, but experience, he in bundles, bro, way over Terrence Bud Crawford. So
I'm gonna say this about Bud. Hold on, bro. I'm saying this about Bud though. We talk about this sprint, but the thing about Terrence Bud Crawford, like I say, bro, skills don't lie. And when we see that motherfucker in the ring and he do what he do, that's a bad motherfucker, man. You feel me? And I do like the experience of Manny Pacquiao, and I'm with Coach. Like, it ain't no easy fight, but if Bud Crawford, if that motherfucker in that gym and he turn his shit up and he on his shit. Because, like, going up against you raise your level when you fight somebody, you know what I'm saying? The level you go up against, you can raise your shit. And Pacquiao is going to raise Bud Crawford level, bro. And that might be scary. That might be scary because Bud come out of this motherfucker and do some shit that we never seen before, because we know all the tools he got in the bag. Bless you, bro. We know all the tools he got in the bag. But one thing about Bud, he ain't afraid, bro. Bud ain't afraid. You feel me? He ain't afraid. And he know that square circle just like Manny Pacquiao. Now, Pacquiao have been in the bigger fights, been on the stage to where he's not, it ain't shit go get to him. But Bud is at an age now, like right now, even back then, he was a little young, but right now, being in his 30s, bro, he at a stage now to where he do got experience in that ring. It ain't the fighters that Pacquiao fought, but just fighting in general and building confidence on being on the big stage, bro. So his confidence is just as high as Manny Pacquiao, if not higher, bro, because he been wanting this fight ready to prove himself. You know what I'm saying? And this gonna be the fight for him to prove himself in, to where he's going to want to show up and show out, knowing that there's Manny Pacquiao. So I think we're going to see the best Bud Crawford that we ever seen, bro. And he coming to make a fucking statement against Pacquiao. And he know, like I said when I was talking to Keith, what has happened to Manny Pacquiao that nobody ever been done? He been knocked out. He been outboxed. Right? He been outboxed, been knocked out. And we look at Bud, we say, what can you do to outdo what Floyd did or outdo what Marquez did? That means you got to come out here and show up and show out. Like he said, you got to come this motherfucking dominate from the beginning to the end. He might just be on that type of shit. I gotta go in here and just dominate from the beginning to the end, to where we might see the best Bud Crawford that we ever seen, bro. He might put on the motherfucker performance of a lifetime. And saying that shit, and after seeing Manny Pacquiao being knocked out in that box, saying that's a fucking statement, because you came out here and you did some shit that made that motherfucker say, God damn, bro. We seen what Floyd did, we seen what Marquez did, but Bud beat the fuck out of Pacquiao. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm looking for out of Terrence Bud Crawford. And I do feel somewhere deep down to me like we gonna get that type of Terrence Bud Crawford that night.
And like I always say, Money, is Bud Crawford is the best offensively. Offensive wise, he's the best fighter at 147. Offensive wise, not all around. You know what I'm saying? Not all around, but offensively, he is the best fighter at 147. The shit that he does offensively, I mean, the speed that he throws his punches with the angles. If you look at him, he throws his punches from all different angles. A lot of that shit, you don't know where it's coming from with the footwork. So offensively, he is the best fighter. It's just that he doesn't have, he's not defensively sound to me to back that up. But offensively, I mean, if it come down to offensively, ain't nobody fucking with it. You know, and I want to answer something that Coach was saying about the whole, 50-50 and you know what the split gonna be and if he gonna fight EJ or not. One thing you gotta remember, Coach, and Bob Arum, he just said it. They asked him about, if they could make the fight with Errol Spence after this. And Bob Arum is not moving off of that 50-50. So at the end of the day, it really don't matter what Bud want. Bob Arum, that's a part of his bag too. So he's not moving off of that 50-50. And I think.
Well, Key, the thing about it is this, though, bro. You got to look at it like this. If Al Heyman and them make the offer, Bob Arum ain't going to have nothing to do with it. He going to just get his percentage. If Bud Crawford want to say it, go to purse bid or whatever, if Bud Crawford want to make that fight and PBC offering him enough money, Bob Arum ain't going to have a say in it. You know what I'm saying?
You right. If it do go to purse bid, Coach, but for it to go to purse bid, Errol Spence, he got to do whatever he got to do to get in the rankings of the WBO, and then become the mandatory.
No, he don't. He don't have to get in the rankings because if he get 3 belts, a unification bout always trump mandatory. So when you hear these guys talking shit about I had to fight my mandatory, they lying because every sanctioning body then came to agreement. This has been years and years and years ago. If they have a unification bout, that trumps mandatories all day long. But
for him to be in the position to be able to for them to mandate the fight to where he's the mandatory,
I'm not saying they're gonna mandate it. What I'm saying is this. No, I'm not saying they're gonna mandate it. What I'm saying is if Al Heyman and them see, because Errol gonna have 3 belts, so the offer gonna probably come from the PBC anyway. You see what I'm saying? It's gonna probably come from the PBC anyway, because of the fact that Errol got 3 belts. Now, if they want to co-promote it, Bob Arum gonna have to go with it because the PBC they're gonna come with that money. And if Terrence Crawford agree, it's gonna be just like what happened with Teofimo. He gonna just get his cut. He gonna get his 10% or whatever he's getting from Bud, and they're gonna make the fight. So Bob Arum can be totally wiped out of the whole equation, even though Bud gonna still have to pay him that just like Teofimo got to pay him $800 and something thousand, and Bud ain't got, and Arum ain't got to lift a finger. He ain't got to do no promotions. He ain't got to do shit, but sit there and get $870,000. That's it.
Yeah, in that situation, because that situation was Teofimo's. His mandatory. So basically, it went to purse bid. But in this situation, it's going to be a different situation. In order for Al Heyman to send out any offers, it had to go through Bob Arum first, because Terrence Crawford is not a free agent. So before any paperwork got to go through Bob Arum and Todd DeBuff before it even get to Terrence Crawford. So when they send that offer is going to go to Bob Arum. If Bob Arum don't want to entertain a 50-50 split, he's not going to do it. That was the problem with the Manny Pacquiao in Floyd's situation, until Manny Pacquiao and Floyd just sat down, and then Pacquiao went to Bob, and then, that fight got so big is Bob Arum was just like, fuck it, I can't, shit, it's a $350, $400, $500 million fight. I can't, you know what I'm saying? So that fight got so big, but in this situation, it's gonna have to go through Bob Arum. Unless Bud Crawford leaves and becomes a free agent, or to where he's working with Top Rank on a fight-to-fight basis, which we know that's not gonna happen. Now that he got this Manny Pacquiao fight, he ain't leaving nowhere. He finna re-sign, because that's probably part of the deal, that if I get you this Manny Pacquiao fight, then we're gonna re-sign this contract. You're gonna continue to work with us. Because he ain't finna let Bud Crawford leave with no WBO belt after getting him a Manny Pacquiao fight. So we could stop speculating on if he gonna leave or not. He's staying right there with Top Rank if this fight goes through.
I don't know. You got to look at the Bob Arum mentality. Bob Arum is about that money. That's it. If he ain't got to lift a finger and do no work, Bob Arum gonna take the offer. If Bud agreed to the offer, Bob Arum gonna take the offer. And really, it comes down to the fighter. If need be, you know, what people don't understand is that the promoter worked for the fighter. So if Bud Crawford want that fight and the money's right and he's getting paid and Bob Arum ain't got to lift a finger, Bob Arum about that paper, Jack. If you gonna,
I think Bob would take it.
He ain't got to do nothing. Don't have to work. Don't have to do nothing. Shit, Bob Arum gonna take that money, bro.
But the thing, Coach, is, do you think that that Terrence Crawford is going to, you know, accept anything less than 50-50? If Terrence Crawford ain't going to accept it, you know what I'm saying, that's a wrap. If he's not willing to accept nothing less than 50-50.
You know, it's gonna really depend on. I think that it's gonna depend on how much he getting guaranteed. And you know what I'm saying? That's what I think it's gonna depend on. I don't think it's gonna depend on Errol making more than him. I think that if it's a lot more than what he's making every fight right now, I think Bud will be smart enough to take that money. Because then if he beat Errol, he know for one thing, he the fucking man then. You know what I'm saying? He could get anything he want. You know? Just like Floyd had to wait on Oscar. Floyd took the back seat. He said, but when I beat this motherfucker, I'm the man now. See what I'm saying? So Bud got belief in himself. If he take the fight and he beat Errol, he the man. Then he can fucking claim anything he wants. But if the money's way over what he's, because what he making right now? He's making $3 million a fight, right?
He think
Four and a half
He making
million.
4.5. Say he's getting freaking 15 million for this fight, bro. He gonna take that fight. You know what I'm saying? And money on the back end from pay-per-view. Shit, he gonna take that fight, bro.
Coach, you gotta understand though, Bud got the ego. He don't want nobody looking like me or you making more money than him. You can see it already how he act. If the fighter on the other side of the ring look like me or you, he don't want that man making more money than him. Bud has an ego like that. I'm telling you, Bud got an ego. He's not gonna step in the ring with Errol Spence unless he can stick his tongue out, and it's either we making the same or I'm making more than you. And I'm telling you, the way that he's been acting, I believe what he's saying, because I know a lot of people saying like he just talking like that, but he didn't say it once. He doubled down on it, and he didn't triple down on it. You know what I'm saying? He probably didn't quadruple down on it, because I watch all his interviews, and he's adamant that it ain't happening. Now it can happen after he beat Pacquiao. Watch it and watch. Remember what I say. After he beat Pacquiao, he's going to flex, because in his mind, I'm already undisputed. You got to do what I did. I already became undisputed. You got to do what I did. Nah, boo-boo. Now I got what you want. You know what I'm saying? It's 60-40 my way, or there ain't no fight. He going to flex on it. I'm telling you, Bud is like that.
The problem then is going to be who you going to fight.
Yeah, right. I'm say this too, because let me say
he been doing what he been doing this whole time, not fighting nobody. He don't care about that.
His promoter, what he got in Bob Arum, bro. If Al get to Bob, bro, and like I say, he beat Pacquiao, and somehow they come up with 45-55, right? He's still gonna have to visit that fight. If Bob wanted his ass to fight that fight. So if he don't even sign the contract to say that his ass he don't even make it happen to say he's gonna make the fight happen. But if Errol go talk to Al Heyman and tell Al Heyman to talk to Bob Arum and make that fight happen, and they come up with the right number that Bob Arum like, man, his ass go fight that fight. Like, I don't give a damn what he talking about. Yes, it's on him to do this, man. Bob ain't gonna let that money pass. Assuming he signed back with Bob Arum, but Bob ain't gonna let that money pass, bro. You talking about
money?
You talking about fighting Errol Spence? That's your biggest fucking fight that's out there. That is the biggest fight in boxing, right? To me, especially in America, right? And for him to sit his ass up there to my where's behind me, this, that, and this. Man, let Earl go to Al and tell Al make that fight happen. When Al called Bob, that shit gonna happen. Regardless of what the fuck Bob talking about.
You have to
Money.
understand. You got to understand this though, Monty. Common.
Appreciate you, big dose. Much love, much appreciated, bro.
You got to understand this though, Monty. Common sense and ego don't live in the same space. You feel me?
Right.
And it don't. They're the two exact opposite. And we based on what he's been asking for in terms of a split now is all based off ego. It has nothing to do with common sense. You know, so I could really see the fight not happening, and it's tough for me because on from a pure place of altruism, it's like I want to see a brother win a big fight against Manny Pacquiao, get all the notoriety in the world for it. But then on the flip side, as a boxing fan, I also want to see Crawford and Spence fight. And I'm trying to tell you, I hear what you're saying, Monty, because see, with you a pure boxing enthusiast. You love the sport, and you look at it the way it's supposed to be looked at. What I'm trying to tell you is it's a business at the end of the day.
Wait a minute. I know about the business side. I know about the pugilism side. I know about the ego
No,
side of that shit.
I'm not saying you don't.
When it comes down to you being under a contract and Bob Ehrman's your promoter, if Errol Spence say go to Al Heyman and he tell Al make that fucking fight happen, bro. When Al get on that phone and talk to Bob Ehrman, watch what happens.
You know what?
But money.
I respect.
Let me tell you this real quick, Kwame. But money. Go back and what did Bob Arum just say this weekend? They said, "Will you, if Al Heyman come to you and try to make a fight, but it's not 50-50, if it's around 60-40 or somewhere around there, will you consider making the fight?" He said, "Absolutely not. Absolutely not. It's 50. It's not going to be no less than 50-50." He said, "Absolutely not. It's not going to happen." So myself, right, listening to Bud Crawford, listening to his promoter that runs shit on his side, Bob Arum, I got to take a man for what he say. Now, if things change, things change. But for right now, I got to take both of them dudes for what they say. Terrence Crawford he's had no problem all of this time fighting the level of opponents that he been fighting, making the money that he's been making. You know what I'm saying? If you know about Terrence Crawford, how he don't live like Errol Spence. Those are two different guys as far as the way they live and their lifestyle. He is cool the way he's not a type of cat that need all type of fucking money and luxurious shit. He ain't worried about all that. He's comfortable in that money that he gonna be making with Manny Pacquiao. That's equivalent to Errol Spence or one of these other fighters making $30 million. You know what I'm saying? To him. And that plays a big factor. But I get what y'all saying if Bob Arum is like, this is the fight that we're going to make. You know what I'm saying? It's too much money on the line. If Bob Arum say that, well, yeah, it's going to happen. But, if Bob Arum stick on that 50-50 shit, Al Heyman ain't going to come to him when after EJ get that third belt talking about, okay, we're going to split everything down the middle. It's going to be a cross promotion. You know what I'm saying? And all of that. It ain't going to happen.
But
okay, y'all. Blueray say he ain't that far from the crib, y'all. So he on his way. Big dose. He on his way right now. He just hit me up. So he ain't that far from the crib. So he on his way.
Keith, look at this.
I'm just gonna say this. Let me say this, Coach.
Go ahead.
No one, and I'm gonna say this, bro. The Black Godfather, bro, and that's why I go off of. The Black Godfather, who Al Heyman is schooled by, bro. They make shit happen. If Earl tell Al get on that phone and make that fight happen with Turnbull Crawford, and he called Bob Earn, that fight happening, bro. But go ahead, Coach. That fight is gonna happen.
You got on look. You think Bud making more than Manny?
Right.
He's not making more than Manny.
No. Right.
And,
hell no,
and
not
do
even
you think
close.
Do you think Manny made more than Floyd?
Hell no.
Neither one of them.
So it's
Not
the
even
same
close.
situation. Bud Crawford, they gonna put them dollar signs in front of him, and it's gonna be more money than he ever made, even this Manny Pacquiao fight.
Yep.
Gonna be more money than he ever made. That
Yep.
fight can get made. All of that talking, all that bullshit he's sitting there talking about, bro. They prize fighters, and when it comes to the end of it, they prize fight.
Yep.
So they gonna make if he the kind of money him and Errol Spence gonna generate is gonna be fucking phenomenal. So he gonna make that fight. Now if his pride, if he's stupid enough to have too much pride, because that'd be the dumbest shit I ever seen a person do, because he gonna make more money than he ever made, and you don't take this fight and then have a chance to become the man if you beat Errol, then I don't know what to tell you, bro. You fucking retarded. If you
And then you can
more money
even
than you ever made, then you retarded.
Let me,
and then to add to that, coach, you can even if you want to talk about the money aspect of it, you also will be passing up the opportunity to be the first man ever to be undisputed in 2 separate weight classes in the 4-belt era. So you letting us know. I mean, so what at this point, what do you care about, bro? So you don't want to make more money than you've ever made in your life. You don't want to do that, and then you also don't want to accomplish something in the sport that no man has ever accomplished. So then that's where, as fans, as people that talk about this shit, whether you're a Terrence Crawford fan, whether you're an Errol Spence fan, that's where you got to call him to task for that shit. Because at the end of the day, I don't just accept shit because it's okay. Just because you don't have no problem making less than Amir Khan or making less than Manny Pacquiao, but you act like it's a problem for another brother to make more money than you, just because that's the way it is, that's how you are, that shit is wrong, bro. If you got an opportunity to make $15 to $20 million with Errol Spence, you shouldn't give a damn how much he making. All you need to care about is, am I making more money than I've ever made? And am I doing something that's never been done in the sport? And if you pass that shit up, bro, then we got to call it what it is, bro. Or you like, I don't want to say it now because it ain't happened yet, but to me, that would be a straight up duck move, bro. That would be a straight up duck move. You ain't chasing money or greatness, bro. So what the hell are you chasing? Just to look good in your fights and knock people out that don't really have a chance against you, bro. So I wouldn't be rocking with that. I hope I'm on money side of this, bro. I hope he's right, because that's just too much good shit to pass up. Like Coach said, he would be the man. He would be more than the man, bro. That would make him automatically a legend, no matter what. The first to do something is always a legend, bro. No matter what happens to Clarissa Shields moving forward, no matter what she does moving forward, she's gonna always be known as the first woman that be undisputed in 2 separate weight classes in the 4-belt era. Bud Crawford will be passing up that opportunity if he decides not to fight Errol Spence. So damn that black shit, or I don't like brothers making as much as me. Damn all that. Well, I'll give Manny Pacquiao 80% and I'll take 20. I want 50-50 from Errol, though. Nah, bro. Are you making more money than you ever made? And do you have an opportunity to accomplish something that's never been accomplished, bro? If he ain't looking at the shit like that, he looking at shit all the way wrong, in my opinion, bro. And that's just
he might as well retire from the damn sport if he goes
right.
like that. Go ahead, Kwame.
Yeah, you know what? I can't help that I think like this, because I'm just a chess player and I look at all possible options that can happen.
Just
and on the flip,
here, motherfucker.
yeah, that's right, motherfucker. But my thing is this. Now, suppose it could be on the flip side. Now suppose Bud really is standing firm on saying the Spence fight is behind him. They may be setting this shit up for a fucking rematch with Manny Pacquiao. I'm trying to tell y'all guys.
Hey, Blue, you welcome up here, Blue, if you want to come up here, big bro.
I'm trying to tell y'all guys that money fucking talks at the end of the day. Money talks, man. And with these investors and it being in another country, because I don't see, listen, it's a power thing, because it's outside of Bud Crawford and Errol Spence. It's an Aaron Heyman thing. It like that shit supersedes everything, because it's a game of power more than anything. And Al Heyman didn't put in all the work that he did with Errol Spence for him to say, okay, I'm gonna do 50-50 or a 60-40 in your way, because in the reality they haven't earned it. But on the flip side, it's like, if they could be saying, you know what, we don't have to, because we don't know what's in the contract. They could be like, fuck it, because I was thinking about this earlier today. They could just ice Errol Spence out and be like, well, you know what, fuck it, you stay over there, and we could just run it back with a rematch. We've seen funny shit happen in the sport, man. This shit is all set up like that. This shit in another country. This shit got MTK Global behind it. The same people that was behind Wilder Fury 2. There's a lot of shit going on in this whole shit that's going on. So for me, in a perfect world, I would want to see Crawford win this fight and stop Manny Pacquiao. I've always believed he could stop Manny Pacquiao, and then come over and they make the fight happen. But as Keon said, and I said, we notice the same things. When it's a brother, it's a different energy. It's a different energy. And it's not just it's a different energy because it's a brother as a fighter. It's also a brother who is making the moves for the fighter and who they're negotiating in. Let me tell you something. In the culture, you know, I had a mentor who, God rest his soul, he passed away back in 2019. He wrote The Power Love for Luther Vandross. His name Teddy Van. This was a black brother who was like supremely wise, and he came up around Jewish people. He spoke. This is a black guy that spoke Yiddish. Bob Aaron's a Jewish person.
And I hate to cut you out, bro, but I want to address this comment before it disappears right quick. So Rashad Pippen says it's sad that people speaking on people's pockets and not the fight. Say that about, hold on, let me just address it right quick. Say that about Crawford. Say the same thing about Spence. Let me tell everybody something, bro. What's whack and what's sad is when you're an uneducated fan of something, bro. When you talk about a sport, when you talk about anything in this world, try to educate yourself as much as you can. If the information is out there for you, bro, if it's out there to be read, if it's out there to be seen, if it's out there to be spoke on, you got to speak on that shit. Because you know what fans of every other sport do? They talk about those sports in their entirety, bro. So please don't think like that, bro, because you sell yourself short and then you end up not being as educated as a fan as you should be, bro. When the information is right in front of you and you don't want to look it up, bro. You don't want to talk about it. I don't know if it's because it goes above your head or you don't understand it or whatever the case may be. But what's whack is talking about something halfway. What's whack is talking about something 25%. You talk about everything in its entirety so that you can be educated, so that you can be informed, and so that you can know what you're talking about, bro. If there's information out there for me, I'm looking that shit up, bro, because I don't want to sound stupid. So miss me with that comment. My bad, Kwame. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, wait about them. All they doing is shifting the
narrative. Yeah. Yeah, that's what they do, man. But as I was saying, you know, my mentor, he was a black man in Brooklyn. He spoke Yiddish. He was in the music industry and came up around Jewish people. And there's a culture that he always used to tell me. He said the secret to a culture is in their language. Based on the fact that he spoke their language, he saw how they spoke, how they referred to different ethnic groups and things of that nature. And I'm trying to tell you right now, it's a big issue for Bob Arum to be taking L's to Al Heyman. It's a big, I'm trying to tell you guys, it's a big issue because these guys, it's not about money, it's about power and power and stature. And it may just be a situation where they just say, hey, you know what? We got Manny Pacquiao. If Bud wins the Manny Pacquiao fight, we could sell him as the greatest fighter ever. And we don't even need Errol Spence. We can go around and demand big money for his fights, fighting whoever the hell we want to do it with. Period. That's a legitimate play that they could do. The second thing is I can't see with the Manny Pacquiao situation, if Bud wins that fight, I just cannot see them saying, okay, you know what? We've been illogical since 2017, 2018, asking for 50-50, even though this brother only got 200,000 pay-per-views on a good day against someone who has over 900,000 pay-per-views sold, but we still want 50-50. If they've been sitting on that position for this many years, and then they get a Manny Pacquiao fight, and that fight, let's just say that fight in Dubai, do 700,000, 900,000, because it's very possible that it could do that. And Bud wins, there's no way in the world they're going to do anything less than 50-50. They may come and ask for 60-40 their way or in their favor. So I just, again, I hope Crawford wins. I hope we get to see the fight But I also feel like they could be having a rematch in there because it's about money. They could make so much money off that first event that they may just do a rematch again, especially if someone doesn't get knocked out. Especially if both fighters finish on their feet and it's somewhat of a competitive fight. Because we even seen with the Floyd Mayweather Manny Pacquiao one that Manny has such delusional fans that people said that he won that fight. So if he ain't knocked out, he ain't never out of a fight. And I think that, you know, that is a real perspective that the fans going into this fight need to actually take a look at.
And dude said only when it comes to Bud they talk about money. He didn't see nobody talking about money when it came to Danny because money wasn't the issue. Common sense. I mean, what? I mean, do you not have common sense? Money wasn't the issue with Danny Garcia and Errol Spence. Danny Garcia wasn't coming out in public saying that, oh, you know, I'll only fight Errol Spence if I get this amount of money. That wasn't the issue. They're on the same side of the street and they dealt with that behind closed doors. But don't think for 1 second that Danny Garcia got 50-50 because he didn't.
Right. And
Earl got 8 up front, then he got like 3 up front, and then they got some money on the back end. So it's like, man, like I say, bro, they ain't doing nothing but switching the narrative to go elsewhere, bro. Like if they ain't go educate themselves, like Knockout said, or see what's the truth is, and this, that, and the third, man, we're not going to be going back and forth.
Bro, why wouldn't we talk about the money when that's the whole issue? Why the fight wasn't happening?
Right?
We don't have time for them to come up here on this stage. They do all that shit when it's time to come up here. Nobody can pop up. So,
right?
Yeah, man, with all that shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, Coach, we ain't giving no dodo heads, no
Danny
energy right
now. Danny made 5, Errol made 10.
Yeah.
In a pandemic, during the pandemic at that, you know, and even here's another thing that I'll say real quick,
all
Coach.
People got to do is just pull it up. They can see exactly what they made.
We got another hour in the building, man. Blue, what's going down, big bro?
Good.
Sound like you're tired as hell, boy.
I'm all right.
Yeah, he'll be live at 1 o'clock doing fucking chin ups.
Well, mate, what up, fam?
What's up, family?
Man, we appreciate you jumping on, bro. How you feeling?
Man, same thing different day.
Yes, sir, man. But we talking about this Errol and Bud situation right now, man. But we got you in because Coach a big fan of you, Keon a big fan of you. Everybody, man, they look at Errol, right? And everybody say, you know, Errol was on that hot streak when he had Blue behind him, right?
Yeah.
So everybody, you know the big question out there, man. But you answered this question 1,000 times, man. You know, is it gonna happen, man? We gonna get Blue and Errol back together, bro.
Well, after the last fight, he said he want me back. So, you know, only time will tell. So he had his dad hit me up before the Danny Garcia fight and wanted me to train him for that fight. And I went and met with his dad at the ranch. And, you know, I've always been a go. I never wanted him to start working with me. But for whatever reason, he did. So, you know, his dad been on my line for like the last 2-3 fights. But the ultimate decision is up to Errol. So at the end of the day, you know, I never wanted to stop training him, you know, because he's like a little brother to me. And I always wanted to see him at the best. Like I told him the day I met him, I said, as long as you training with me, nobody will never go 12 rounds with you. And every fight I trained him, nobody went 12 rounds. So I kept my word.
Let's go back to that day, Blue. What day was that? Because we got a lot of people in the building. I know everybody ain't familiar with Blue.
Man, it was years ago. I don't know what day. It was like 2013.
No, I'm just saying the first fight, not what day. You remember what fight? The first fight?
I met him in 2013.
2013?
It was after the Ronald Cruz fight, right, Blue?
I started training him after the Ronald Cruz fight. That's when I started training him, when he went for that 11 straight KO streak.
Now, Blue, I got to say something real quick, man, because I talk back and forth with Money about this a lot. And by the way, I follow you. My sister, she be coming to me all the time because we work out together all the time. Hey, but I'm doing this. I seen Blueray, so she be on it, man.
Yeah.
But I always say this, right? I was trying to tell Money, and I tell everybody. I said one thing with the way that Blueray trains, right? I said that Errol Spence, he can't just hop up and just start right at the beginning of the training camp and train and do this shit with Blueray. I said that's something that he got to work his way into because back when I'm sure y'all didn't just start off doing 700 push-ups. You know what I'm saying? I
No,
trained a lot, so I know what it takes. He gonna have to work his way into working with you. So he can't just, I'm gonna call Blueray now. Training camp finna start, and I'm gonna call Blueray. That ain't how it work.
let me say this. He can, and I don't, I'm not trying to knock your theory or whatever, but he can because
Thank you.
he can because like you have to understand that I have a system, right? And so based on my system, I build him up myself. You know what I mean? Just like I built him up to be able to do 700 push-ups every time we work out. He can start training camp. I can have him back at 700 push-ups in 2 weeks.
Yeah. Okay.
That's
Okay.
Like I have that don't fail. Like I've been pushing my foundation of strength program. Like I don't understand why the whole world not on it, but like and what it is, it's a system that I created that I use for myself. I've been using it over 10 years. Now, of course, I'm not gonna give nobody what I do with Errol Spence, but at the end of the day, if you follow my program, you're gonna get strong as hell. I don't care if you're a female, a little kid, what sport you play, it don't matter. It's called the foundation of strength because I'm working on your foundation. A lot of people, I've trained professional football player, professional everything, right? And people think they strong. And humbly, I'm saying this humbly, I'm not being cocky. Until they come work out with me, they not strong. And that's just what it is. Because every athlete I've trained, I got professionals, Super Bowl champions that came and trained with me that I changed their whole philosophy about working out. Period.
Shit, we seen what you did to Black Fight fan ass. He thought he was a strong motherfucker. For real. But coach, you got something for Blue, coach?
Yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah, Blue man, I'm a big fan of yours, bro. I see the way Errol body look after when he's dealing with you. He just a totally different fighter. When he was fighting Algeria, there ain't nobody in the world could beat him that night. The way he looked, his strength.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to send you some business, bro, because I've been trying to get Bill to send Devin over to you, bro, because Devin is my favorite fighter at 135. That's who I got. He my guy.
Brother, I'm gonna keep
right?
up.
And I can't imagine if he's strong and knocking people out with the skill level he has, bro. It'd just be unbelievable, bro. And I talked to Bill. I was on Money Show. I talked to Bill, and it was like, bro, you need to get in with Blueray. Everybody see the difference Errol body is, and I think that Errol got complacent. That's what I think happened. He even talked about you. He even said that, man, he started me off at 700 push-ups, and I don't know if he got tired of it. Maybe his mentality is different now. I hope his mentality is different, and I hope he get back with you, bro. Because when he's in your program, dog, and I'm not the type of dude to be just blowing smokes up somebody's ass, bro. But you can tell the difference. You can see the difference in his body structure. You can see the difference in his strength.
Yeah.
So
Say this.
I'm a big advocate of you, bro.
No, I appreciate it, my brother. This is my thing. We've seen boxers die in the ring, right? So when you train, you basically fighting for your life when you're in that ring.
Facts.
I don't understand how a boxer is not going to do everything in their power from a financial standpoint, from a training standpoint, in every aspect to make sure that they win number one and that they make it out that ring untouched. That's just my philosophy.
Well,
That's a fact.
I agree. I agree. So Blue, we spoke. I had a luxury of meeting you at the Mikey weigh-in. I actually sat next to you at the Mikey Garcia and Spence weigh-in, and it was funny the conversation we had because when I saw Earl weighing in, I looked at you and I said, Blue, you ain't. I said, Blue, you ain't work with Earl this training camp, and you looked at me and said, what made you say that? And I said, look at him. And you just started laughing. You didn't even want to give me nothing, like, because, and that's one thing I always say about you, even in the conversations we've had on the phone. You always been a very solid brother. Never, you know, you, and I said this before on one of the shows. You really see who a person's character when they hear no for the first time. And in your case, you wanted to work with him, and it hasn't happened. So that's a no. But your position has never changed. So I've always commended you for that. Um, what I would like for you to do is maybe share with the panel and the chat uh where you came up with your regiment, and what was the biggest influence, or who had the biggest influence on you when it came to being a strength and conditioning coach?
Okay, the people that had the biggest influence on me is Lord Vital. I haven't heard of him, but if you pull him up on YouTube, is Lord Vital. Lordvital. Lord Vital. He's the leader of Team Beast Mode, which is a worldwide calisthenic workout group that I'm an actual member of. And then also uh Devin Sosa. His name is Zachavelli on YouTube. Uh he's the head of the Barbarians, and I'm an honorary member of the Barbarians. So these are, and then also JR from Beast Mode. And so these are dudes out of New York that mentored me in the game. And so what it was, I was training Earl. And but my thing is, I'm like, yo, some of the strongest dudes in the world, they are my mentors. So if these dudes I know are actually the strongest dudes on the planet, I ain't never seen nothing like them. I was like, yo, let me lean on them and acquire some knowledge from them on how they attain their strength. So what I did was I contacted Vital and Sosa and JR, and all of them gave me different tips. And so what I did was is when they gave me the tips, I just took everything that they took me and put everything together and put a recipe together. And I started studying Bruce Lee, which Lord Vital told me, Beast. He told me to start studying Bruce Lee, but he gave me some of Bruce Lee workout routines that he adopted. And then, like I say, I just put my own twist of what everybody taught me, and then I implemented it with Earl, and we see the result.
Mm. Can you share the story you shared with me about when you actually went out to New York and worked out with those guys?
Yeah, so I was working out. I consider myself a strong individual, and so we went to work out. And when we went to work out, the first day we worked out, we got to the park or whatever, and my boy Young Stacks was there, JR, the whole team or whatever, and so it was these steps. So it's like an incline. So it's 24 steps, and so they was like, we're about to do 100 push-ups each step. I was like, what? 100 push-ups each step. So I was like, we got rest periods. They were like, you do 100 and then you move to the next step. You do 100, then you move to the next step. I said, brother, that's 2,400 push-ups. They were like, yeah, we about to do 400 push-ups. They were like, that's what we start out with. That's our warm-up. I was like, what? How the hell you warm up with 2,400 push-ups? So me, I'm thinking I'm working out the whole time, but after that day, it changed my life because I actually thought that I was working out. And then not only that, there was a mental block when it came to working out. So a lot of people believe in that you can overtrain.
Right.
So after I started training with them, my philosophy about overtraining changed. There's no such thing as overtraining. It's all about what you're able to condition your body to handle. If you can condition your body to handle it, you can handle anything. Look at people that run 26 miles and then they get on the bike for 12 miles and then they swim. I don't know about decathlon or whatever.
Right.
Whatever you your body to do, you can handle it. You just have to condition your body to handle that much, training. And it's a process, but you have to understand the process.
Right. Knockout. What you got, knockout?
Yeah, man. Salute to you, Blueray, man. Thanks for chopping it up with us, man. My question is, I know you spoke earlier, and you said that you can get in a training camp and you can get a fighter where they need to be. But ideally, man, if you had your pick of how long you could work with a fighter or you needed to work with a fighter to get them to be the very best version of themselves, how long do you think that would take?
It doesn't take long at all. It's all about assessing each individual because, of course, because you got to think about it, I worked with Errol for 5 years. So it was a combination of just doing my regular training. And then when I had already started working with him before the Algeria fight, and I was conditioning his body. But once we got to the Algeria fight, that's when we started we implemented the 700 push-ups. You know what I mean? Because he was already naturally strong, but my thing was to get him stronger. And then I implemented the 700 push-ups in the Algeria fight, and that's when we just seen him start steamrolling people, and we kept it up after that fight. But I have to assess each individual and gradually, progressively train each individual to where I get them, to where I want them. I mean, so I can get anybody where I want them, but it's gonna take time, and depending on what type of shape they're in is going to determine how far I push them and what I actually incorporate in the training camp. So I'm not going to say a specific time frame, but if I work with a period, we're going to see a difference, and that's just what it is.
Right. That was pretty much what I was saying. That you would rather have time with them to get to that point of the 700 push-ups.
I prefer the whole count, but if I can't get the whole count, I'm gonna do whatever time I'm allotted. I'm going to be like, okay, this is what I need to do to incorporate this, so we can see some type of progression in this strength. Period.
Right.
So, Blue, when you training, right? I know you got your system and your regimen, but come going from boxing to basketball to football, is it something that you got different for each sport, or is it just like this is my plan? We all gonna do the same thing.
My thing is strength, right?
I
think it's strength. I love strength and conditioning. So, yeah, I don't care if you're a boxer, football player, basketball player, volleyball player, soccer, goddamn rugby, goddamn baseball, whatever. The anatomy of the body works the same for everybody.
Okay.
You might be playing a different sport, but a bicep curl is a bicep curl for everybody. A pull-up is a pull-up for everybody. The anatomy of a squat is a squat for everybody. So based on what sport they play, I will incorporate different sets and reps and do different things to cater to each individual. But my goal is to make you stronger so we can see you more efficient in whatever field you're in.
Okay. Got something now, Coach? You there, Coach?
You're muted, Coach.
Like I said, man, I just hope I hope he get back with you, bro, because he looked like a totally different fighter when you train it.
Yeah, I agree.
Coach,
I've been that's about 3 times I done talked to Bill, and I'm like, bro, I don't see the difference in the way Errol cracked. Sharper, he's stronger.
Man.
Can't keep him off your body. When they try to grab him, he put that full arm on him and push him back.
Coach is a trainer. He a trainer too, Blue.
And I think that if he would have been training with you for Mikey, he'd have got Mikey out of it.
Man, let me tell you
I think if he'd have been training with you for Danny, I'm not gonna say he was gonna knock Danny Garcia out.
Coach,
Danny would have looked even worse than he did.
Coach, let me tell you something. And this is me humbly speaking. I gave Errol my word the day I met that man. Every time he worked with me, nobody lasted 12 rounds, period. And not only that, I didn't even get Errol. Errol wasn't even 50% of where I wanted him. That's what people don't know. Earl wasn't even 50% of where I wanted him. Because number one, Earl didn't like lifting weights. He would never let me lift weights with him. I stopped working his legs because he called me out in the workout and I busted his ass in a leg workout. That's why he stopped training legs with me. But Earl has very strong legs. Don't get it twisted. But we lifted heavy one day and then he couldn't train. And I think that's what the issue was. But that was Earl's fault. That wasn't my fault because he didn't want to call me out.
Yeah.
He called, you know what I mean? But my thing is that I never got Earl 100% in a fight where I wanted him, because if it was up to me, we would have incorporated some type of weightlifting regimen that was light but effective, because I don't care what nobody say, weights bring power. Look at football. Football players are some of the most agile running backs. They squatting and lifting, but they still agile. They still can run 4.75, 4.2s. They doing Olympic lifts. They doing everything. So I know how to train a boxer to be able to do certain lifts. Now, we wouldn't lift all the time. We wouldn't lift the entire duration of the camp. But lifting weights does make you more powerful and more stronger, period. And I never got to lift weights with Errol. So imagine if I implement just a little bit of powerlifting with him. Man, listen, it would have been even more deadly.
Well, let me ask you this, Blue, because we keep it real raw and uncut around this month. We ain't gonna fake shit. Man, do you think outside activities got Earl ass off track a little bit? You know what I'm saying? And that's what kind of shied away from you and you know what I'm saying? Because you ain't no fucking joke, bro. And what I like about you, dog, you know what I mean? I don't give a fuck who you can be the president. You feel me? If your ass ain't willing to do what I tell you to do, or if you ain't willing to go the whole way, you ain't fucking around with it, because you ain't gonna bullshit your work plan and going halfway. Even though Earl is like a little brother, you always want to see him do well and shit like that. And that's all we want is the best for him. You feel me? Every motherfucker up here is an Earl Spence fan. You know what I'm saying? And we ain't trying to see you going to the ring and shortchange yourself and all that shit. Even though you're a bad motherfucker, you still gonna push through because you just naturally gifted like that.
Man,
you know what I'm saying?
Let me say this, bro. I don't mean to cut y'all.
Uh-huh.
Don't nobody want to see no 12-round fight.
Mm-hmm.
Earl is known for man down. That's what he's known for. That's what everybody want to see. They want to see man down. I'm a fan. Even when I was training him, I was still a fan. Please don't listen. I want to see Earl knock a nigga out. But up all that on 12 rounds, I'm not trying to see none of that, bro. I don't want to see no 12-round fight. I want to see Earl get in there like he did Algeria, outclass you, bust your ass, and get you up out of here. Period. That's all I want. And that's what I want to see. And I'm going to be real with you.
Yes, sir.
Outside activity, that ain't for me to speak on. You know what I'm saying? But my thing is, I hadn't even heard Earl talk about man down no more since he started working with me.
Yeah.
I hadn't heard him.
That's a fact.
Yeah, I can't refute facts, man.
Yeah.
At all.
So for all you weak motherfuckers out there that think, oh, y'all don't ask a tough question, what y'all motherfuckers think about that? Go ahead, Keith. What you got for him, Keith? Yo, talking as I was talking about Blue. Now Blue on her, motherfucker.
Oh yeah, I didn't hear you. I didn't hear you. Yeah, man. How soon? Say if you got a fighter, right? How soon would you like to start working with them before training camp? Like, would you like to get them, a pre-training camp and start getting them, working before you start training camp? Ideally,
of course.
And how much amount of time would you?
It really don't even matter, because at the end of the day, bro, we just don't. It would be just a lot of conditions to basically assist the end goal, and that's getting you in tip-top shape. You know what I mean? Like, don't get it twisted. Like, people think I train hard all the time. Like, I don't train hard. Every workout session doesn't have to be hard. Every workout session does not have to be hard. I incorporate yoga. I do a lot of things, and a lot of things, like I said, I never got to do it early. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, we got the job done, and that's all. And that was the whole goal, was just to get the job done. Because Derek is a phenomenal trainer. Derek always did his job. and Errol is a beast, and he's self-motivated. That's the one thing I loved about him, is that he's going to go run on his own. He's very self-motivated. So even though people might feel like Errol fell out or Errol, was messing off in his spare time, whatever that is, my thing is that even though working without me, he still came shape because he still lasted 12 rounds with Mikey, got him out of there, did his thing. He did his thing with Sean Porter, done his thing. And who else he fought?
Danny.
Yeah.
Danny
okay. That was his first fight after the wreck, and he still came in and outclassed him. So that's the level of an athlete, and that's without me. So just imagine the shape he was in. He still outclassed the people. Him and Derek doing working their magic, and then you got the cake, and then you come put the sugar, make the cake sweet. I feel like I was a missing recipe, and that's just me being real.
Yeah. I mean, like you said, man, the proof is in the pudding. Nobody can deny that shit. No matter if somebody somebody try to take that shit away or not. The proof is in the pudding, bro. Period.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this.
That's why I said that.
You can't hear me?
We can hear you now.
That's why I said what I said with Devin.
Let me say this,
man. If you get a hold of that kid, bro.
Coach, let me say this real quick. And for some reason, I don't know, and Errol might see this, I don't know. But for some reason, I don't know what it is, bro. Because like Errol knows me and him got. And I don't know if somebody was going around behind his back and putting a bug in his ear, was making it sound like I take his shine. How I'm gonna take your shine to you, Errol Spence? Or I was trying to take recognition. My thing is, bro, if you my brother and I love you, and you know that your experience with me has been nothing but positive, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, if you know somebody is adding to you and not taking away, why not give that individual that credit? Make it make sense.
That's a fact.
Because I'll never be you. I'm not trying to be you. Because at the end of the day, you don't want to get paid millions, not me. I can never take no recognition. But at the same time, if we're a team, treat me like a team.
Yeah, that's like Alazariza, right? With Madonna, or Alazariza with Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah,
we
give him all his credit.
We definitely see the difference.
Yeah, when Alazariza left, right? Why you think Floyd snatched Alazariza ass up when he left Marcos Madonna? Look what happened to Marcos Madonna. Look at Manny Pacquiao when Alazariza was there, and then when he left. You see what I'm saying?
Facts.
You have to get credit to where credit is due, bro. And it ain't fucking nothing wrong with that, bro. Every man is here for a reason, and Blue is good at what the fuck he do. You know it, we know it. We all, like Kwame say, Kwame was at the motherfucking weigh-in, and he can notice right off the back. So
off the rip,
like real is real. It don't matter. You can try to psych yourself out all you want to. You ain't gonna be doing shit but fooling your motherfucking self. You feel me? You can psych yourself out and credit. Yes, Errol is naturally gifted, and I fuck with him. That's gonna be one of my questions. Like he can go train with somebody else because he can still come out good as long as he put in strength and conditioning. But with every strength and conditioning coach, everything gonna be different. But when you got somebody that truly love you, bro, that truly love you and want to see you do well, bro, and ain't there just for a paycheck, you know what I'm saying? That's different, bro. That's different. You know what I'm saying? There's some shit that you don't let go. That's a connection you always got. Even if you ain't working with them at the time, you still stay a phone call away and you tap in as a brother. You know what I'm saying? Just in case, man, fuck it, bro. On this day, I need you, nigga, to come fuck with me just to get something new. You know what I'm saying?
Earl, no, bro. He used to call me 2 o'clock in the morning, call me to come to the track. I'm right there. He just run. I'm just sitting there watching. Anytime, bro, I got up out the bed with my wife and my son to come train him. Facts.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So he know it ain't never been about no money. He know the truth.
Hey, bro.
Yeah. So I heard you say, you know what I'm saying, something. I ain't gonna repeat it, but hell yeah.
In boxing, it take a team, bro.
Yeah. But as far as what Coach was saying about Devin Haney, let me go here real quick. I'm gonna
take a team. You don't just do it on your own, bro. You need a team.
Let me tell you something. I hate boxing sometimes. Let me tell y'all why I hate boxing sometimes. Because if you critique a boxer, they get in their feelings. If you just get or critique, they get in their feelings.
That's true.
Then they don't want to interview with you. No, man, if I love you, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. If I love you, I'm gonna tell you the truth. You understand what I'm saying? And you know, and it's just me respectfully.
Yeah.
the training I've been seeing a lot of these boxers do, and it just ain't Devin Haney. I'm just gonna speak across the board.
Cook Blue.
I see posting, bro, it's trash. It is pure trash. And listen, I put a challenge out. Any strength and conditioning coach out here, come work out with me. I put up 30,000, like I did. Like I told old boy that trained with Danny Garcia. Y'all see, I put the challenge out there openly because he came for me. I didn't come for him.
Right. I seen what on Black Show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I seen that.
That was a great show. Yeah.
I seen that too. Yeah.
That man came for me. Am I right or wrong?
Yeah, he was
Right.
he was trying to talk about playing
he,
business.
he was talking crazy. Yeah, for sure.
Got out there. He threw it out there, and I said, "Hold on, I got 30,000 cash. Let's put it up. I'm not doing no talking. Hook up on me, man. You can work out. We can record it. We can call Black Fight Fan and everybody. Y'all call Fred. Y'all, hey, come from California. Y'all come down here. Let's do this. I'm gonna have my money cash right here where you can see it. I'm not gonna need no cash or check, none of that. I'm gonna bring cash, and man, you gonna work out. I'm gonna bust your ass, and then and what we gonna do? And I'm gonna take your money." And that man called me himself. He said, "Blue, I'm not messing with you." Bro, I'm 39 years old. I'm 39. I will bust any boxer, professional boxer, in any workout. I will bust any, that go for Floyd Mayweather, anybody. In a workout, I will bust all their ass. Every professional boxer, they strength and conditioning coaches, if they want to see me in a workout, tell them pull up. I guarantee you they won't beat me. I'll be 40 on May 3rd. I want all the smoke. So my thing is, I don't talk about it. I practice what I preach.
Yeah.
So I'm not a coach that's gonna be running up here talking about what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put up.
Hey, Blue, the beautiful Shannon said, can you ask Blueray if it's possible to look like Ortiz without lifting weights? Virgil Ortiz Jr. claims he doesn't lift weights.
Of course, bro. I just said.
Yeah, you can.
Hell yeah.
Look what I did with Errol without lifting weights.
Right. It was fucking look like a G.I. Joe.
Yeah, they looking like a damn Navy SEAL and shit.
Yeah,
Boy.
nigga look like a fucking G.I. Joe action figure.
Blue,
Oh,
I got a question.
Let me ask you one more question real quick, Blueray. My bad, Keith. So I heard you say you spoke to Errol's dad. Curious to know, man, if you could touch on kind of how y'all left things. So are you planning to be back on the team? Did they say they reached back out to you? How are things left with y'all right now, man?
Bro, he tweeted after his last fight that he was gonna get back with his strength and conditioning coach. As far as I know, I'm the person he worked at that he considered a strength and conditioning coach. So at the end of the day, listen, I don't know, brother. Because he even said he was gonna work with me. I never heard from him. So listen, bro, listen. The people want me back. I want to be back. I don't know what else to tell nobody, bro. Listen, people got to talk to Errol.
Errol, right.
As far as I know, the Ugas fight is made. I don't know. I think I seen that on Blue Blood today. But at the end of the day, if they shooting for July 3rd or something like that, but at the end of the day, it's good on my end. Like, ain't no issue over here with me. It ain't never been no issue with me. Like I say, I love to do it. If I don't ever train Errol again, I'm still a fan. And I still love him the same.
Let me say this, and I'm gonna let you go, Keith. Bro, listen to me. It ain't one platform that Errol Spence touched, or interview that he touched, or a live stream that he did that I didn't see now at least 1 to 7 people ask Errol Spence, bro, when is you getting back with Blueray? I swear on my daddy's soul, my daddy dead and gone, right? I swear on my life. It ain't one platform that he touched, and I watch Errol as on everything that I'll be going down and I see somebody ask that question, bro, is you working back with Blueray, bro?
Hey man, that ain't up to me, man. That's up to me.
Hey, Blue, they got one cat that really needs your help though, bro. Maurice Hooker needs your help, bro.
I was supposed to train him for Virgil.
Well, he should have got with you because his ass is weak as a motherfucker, dog.
He was hitting Virgil with some shit too, and Virgil just walked right through it.
Listen, I seen the same thing y'all seen.
bro. He definitely needs your help because the kid got skills, bro. He just need help, man. He needs strength.
Oh, and I've been talking to Maurice before this fight. That, bro, listen, I will help you get to another level. Like, I will help you get to a whole nother level. You know what I mean? Because, you know, everybody they know Maurice for, you know, having some power. But I'm like, Maurice, listen, you know, I can help you where when you touching people, you know, it's going to be a different outcome, you know? So, listen, you know, hopefully he'll wake up and, you know, go ahead and come on this side of it, you know, and we can, you know, and I can get him where he need to be. But if not, you know, one thing I love about Michael Jordan, bro, is that Michael Jordan understood this one thing. The more I win, the more money I make. The more I win, the more money I make. And I'm going to leave that right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
LeBron the same way. And real talk, a lot of these fighters, they hear about you, right? And they hear about the type of regiment you got. And I'm gonna just keep it real. They intimidated. They don't really want to have to go through that. They don't want to put in all that work. And that's what the main thing is. If it was easy, everybody be fucking with you. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, listen. Niggas done died in the ring. How you not gonna wanna?
I'm telling you, right?
Everything you can, because bro, the fight is the easy part. It's the preparation.
Right.
Right. But they intimidated. Now, one thing I want to ask you is for, you know, because I work out a lot. I'm into working out, and I got a regiment, and you know, everybody got their own regiment. But for your regiment, I've heard about it. How, if it's a boxer or if it's just somebody that like to work out, how fast did you get your results? I want to know about you. You know, I know you told a story how you went over there. How fast did you get your results, and what results did you see after that?
Hold on real quick. Hold on. Let me see something real quick. Let me send my cousin to pick up real quick. Hold on.
Okay.
What's up, Blueray?
Hey, fam. Hey, you remember when you gave me the name Blueray, right?
Yeah.
So when I first started working out, 3 months after you seen me, that's when you gave me the name Blueray. Why did you give me the name Blueray?
Oh, man, boy, HD, man. You had definition, man.
Y'all heard that? Y'all heard
What
that?
he say?
He say 3 months. He said 3 months. He had to start calling him Blueray because everything was in HD, bro. What he said, bro, straight up.
Bet.
And one more before I let one of these get to cook. Go ahead.
I had to start working out, and like 3 months I had to start working out. I was standing on the block in my hood with my shirt off, and so when he pulled up, he like, "Dang, nigga, what you been doing?" I just been working out, and then he was like, "Man, I'm gonna call you Blueray." My cousin gave me the name, and now I like the name. He was like, "You HD, nigga," and so I stuck with it. You know what I'm saying?
And how long is one of your workouts? You know what I'm saying? Say if you give a workout, how long is one of the workouts?
Everybody is different. You know what I mean? Everybody is different. Everybody. Some people might be able to do it just like that. Some people might take time. It's different stroke for different folks. But if my system, whatever the goal is for me to reach, you're gonna reach it. That's just period.
I got maybe a question / comment because I know everyone wants to pick your brain on strength and conditioning, but from a lot of conversations we have, you also have a great boxing brain as well, and the things you pick up and what you see in the ring. Now, with the announcement today with Terrence Crawford possibly having this fight with Manny Pacquiao, and let's just say if things go the way that most people think it can go, where there is a stoppage of Manny Pacquiao by Terrence Crawford, and they're trying to make the Spence and Crawford fight happen. Do you think it is necessary for negotiation purposes, because that's the holdup with their fight, do you think it is necessary for Errol Spence to have a knockout versus Dennis Ugas to keep the negotiating power? Because from what I've seen, Terrence Crawford has been stopping everyone. And I said this, I think the time probably could not have been worse for when you guys stopped working together. And I'm gonna, I'm a fan or a supporter. So this isn't coming from you, Blueray. If whoever is watching it with the last name Spence, this is my perception on how I see things. I truly believe that Errol Spence went pay-per-view because of you. I know that Errol Spence was a great fighter. However, there was Keith Thurman, there was Danny Garcia, and there was Sean Porter in the welterweight division for years. None of those guys fought pay-per-view before Errol Spence, because when Keith Thurman stepped up in competition, even with a Leonard Bundle and these guys, he was no longer getting knockouts. The difference was when Errol Spence went from prospect to contender to his step-up fights, he was starting to stop people that weren't being stopped, and everyone wants to see knockouts in order, for you to be an exciting fighter in pay-per-view. And once we got to his first pay-per-view with Mikey Garcia, we started to see the decline in knockouts. So my thing is, I'm asking, do you think that customers or boxing fans are favoring, because you have a lot of boxing fans now that are favoring Errol, that are favoring Terrence Bud Crawford if they meet up. We see it split. We got the diehards for both sides. Do you think that a knockout is necessary with Ugas, and do you think that a knockout is going to be necessary if Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence step in the ring together?
I don't think a knockout is necessary, because I believe that Earl can beat both of them without me. I just think he just needs to win, like, just period. He just needs to win, and I don't see Ugas for sure. Ugas is a good boxer, but Ugas not gonna beat Earl. That's just period. It's not gonna happen. And Terrence, even though Terrence is a phenomenal boxer, I'm actually a Terrence Crawford fan. Please don't get it twisted. I just won't be going for him when he fight Earl. But even without me, I believe that Earl will still beat Terrence Crawford. But I just think that if me and Earl get back to what we do, that Earl will beat him in a better fashion. But a knockout is not necessary. Just the name of the game is to get the W. And I believe Earl got what it takes to get the W regardless. And you see what he's been doing without me, he's still getting the W. So it is what it is.
Yeah, if my bro talking about fighting Canelo, we gonna need Blueray ass.
Without a doubt.
Hey, Blueray. Blue, you ever heard of Mackie Shellstone? He's one of the top strength and conditioning coaches in the country. He's from down here in New Orleans, right?
Mm-hmm.
Back in the day, there was this guy named John Super D. Duplessis. He was a world contender, but he never looked better. He always looked better when he was with Mackie Shellstone. Brother, people don't understand. My thing with Errol, I think Errol got burnt out, to be honest with you, the way he talked. I think he got burnt out a little bit. And I think that he needs to get back with you and just do the work. That's what made Floyd Mayweather great. Floyd Mayweather could be at the club. He never drank, he never smoked. But then he'll leave the club and just take off running to his house. His bodyguards would take his car. You know what I'm saying? Floyd, it was a hard worker, bro. People don't realize that dude worked his ass off, bro.
Yeah, I love his work.
And he did whatever it takes to win. And I just think that the dude, Earl, looks so much better, dog.
I tell people all the time, like, if I could train Floyd Mayweather, he can fight.
He with you, he just looks better.
5 more years training with me. I guarantee he'll knock everybody out if he train with me. I can train.
Thanks so much.
He'll stop everybody. Guarantee. Just because of his work ethic. Because I used to see Mayweather workouts, and to me, Mayweather workouts trash, if you ask me.
Yeah. Blue, you know,
Hold on, let me say this, Kwame. Let me say this. I know this just it'll never happen.
Because that's what you do every day. I can understand that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, this will never happen though, boy. But me and Keon was talking about this shit, bro. What y'all imagine what Bud Crawford would look like with Blueray?
I don't want to imagine that shit. I'm a hater. Fuck it. I don't want to imagine that shit.
Lord, bro. Lord. And Bud Crawford, I'm gonna keep it trio. I'm keep this shit all the way up.
One of my best
Bud
friends
Crawford would not slip up. I got you, coach. Bud Crawford would not slip on a Blueray workout, because if it's working for you and that shit is that deadly, Bud is the type of motherfucker that's will continue to go back and forth for it. I'm with you, if I make. I don't want to see the shit right now.
That's true though.
When Errol go up, I don't mind him working out with Blue, but that shit is a deadly combination, bro.
Yeah. I was gonna question I had for Blueray. I had lost my train of thought before.
You need to get with my partner, man. He the head strength and conditioning coach for the Cowboys. One of my best friends, man.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say this before as well, Blueray. Now I know it takes a lot of it's definitely a mindset, because everything do start in the mind, and I know just the fact of doing a 7, you have to be in a different mental space to do a 700 push-ups for. You got to be in a different mental space to do 700 push-ups. Period. But for a workout, going into a workout,
warm up.
Yeah, warm up. That's what I'm saying. So going into that type of workout, you have to be in a completely different mental space. Do you think that the lack of Errol having that additional work with you play a part in overall sharpness in the ring?
Nah, he was always sharp. That's one thing I'm not gonna take away. Nah, his sharpness was always there to me. To me, that's just my opinion. He's very sharp. He was
sharp.
To me, every fight, even with Porter, he was sharp as hell against Porter. He was sharp with Mikey, especially against Mikey. He was real sharp, and even against Danny Garcia. Like he was sharp, but he didn't.
Yeah, but I think it's a different. I disagree with you, Blueray.
Yeah, I disagree too.
It's a different.
I
that
agree.
dude got a different snap on them punches. Bro.
Yeah, but that's what it came to, the power, coach. Before it's the activity, Errol was still with the activity.
But I think we got a different definition of what we consider sharpness.
Sharpness. Okay.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me say this, Blue. Let me say this, y'all. Me and Key was talking about this. His activity rate was still there. He still threw the same amount of punches. He still went forward, right? And that's what we had to agree on. It's just that the power was different. But Errol Spence was still Errol Spence in the ring. He still was moving and going straight forward.
Now we're talking about power. Of course, his power was different.
Yeah, but they saying with the sharpness, I'm saying like the activity rate was still there. To me, he was still sharp because he was still landing the shots. And I said this, the shot that he hit Sean Porter with, when he hit his ass and Sean went down, that was the same shot he hit Leonard Bundle with. If Blue was in there and he had the same strength, I think Porter face would have fell in his dick. That's just me. But it's just that it's just that power went there, bro. It was a different power. That's just what I'm saying.
Sharpness there. Facts. Like
the sharpness there. Power and sharpness is two different things.
In being a boxing coach, bro, his punches are they got so much more snap on them. You know what I'm saying? When he fought Algieri and when he fought Bundu, the snapping of the punches is different.
Yeah.
You know, Errol got good condition as far as being able to run a long time and fight a long time. Mm-hmm. But he still got tired, and he wasn't getting tired before. You saw the power, the difference in the snapping on his punches. It's a whole different look. I can tell because I see this every day all the time. You know what I'm saying?
I saw it too.
His snap on his punches was different, bro.
Yeah, it wasn't there for the Mikey Garcia fight.
One thing, go ahead.
If y'all go back and watch when I was working with Errol, people didn't even want to throw punches because they already know you're gonna get hit. Because to get off, you gonna get countered. And Errol was just so strong they didn't even want to throw a punch.
One thing I did notice, Blue, is when you was working with Errol, he was getting stronger each round. Even in the Kell Brook fight. Kell
Yes.
Brook, if you listen to what Kell Brook said, he said that he could have continued. He said, but he said he didn't want to have his career ended. He said because Errol Spence wasn't slowing down. He said the man just kept getting stronger,
But that's
stronger and stronger.
though. Like Earl know what I do. He know what we did together. You know what I'm saying? And Earl understand how, you know, I train him to do that. You know what I mean? So, you know, I want to get back to that, man, because it was beautiful. You know what I'm saying? It was.
Yeah, it was. It definitely was.
Yeah, I think so too, man. That's that whole situation, bro. That's why we hoping it play out. And like you say, you didn't say it, he said it. I'm getting back with my strength and conditioning coach, and we ain't saying with another strength and conditioning coach but Blueray. So he got to be a man of his word. You know what I mean? Like I say, he a grown as man, do what he want to do. But at the same time, boxing ain't no game, bro. Like you can play, you have all your fun afterwards and all that shit. But like Blue said, man, you can die in that fucking ring. You can die in that ring. So why go in there and playing, and why not want to be the best version of yourself in a sport that you already dominate in and that you is in and that you can make history in, right? You become one of the, like, you already one of the baddest motherfuckers right now, but you can become one of the baddest motherfuckers of all time for doing it. And why not put yourself in that position? You know what I mean? But to each his own. Not saying EJ ain't gonna go back that way, you know what I mean? But we'll just see, man, because like you don't, like I say, we got somebody there that really love you, man, ain't there for a motherfucking dollar. You don't let that go for shit in the world. And that's just my thoughts.
Yep. Relationships are everything in life, man. And I always tell people, you know, I feel like your relationship was more than just transactional. You know, there was an actual love there. I saw when he was in that accident. You posted a picture of him playing with your son. You know, and you know, those are the things that you need in a camp. You know, all the way. It can't always just be 100%. You know, transactional. So, you know, my thing is, I said this years ago. I said if I could have one boxing wish, it would be Blueray and Errol back together. That's me just personally, because you know I'm from Brooklyn, so I remember the first time I saw Errol Spence. The first time I heard about Errol Spence, I was living in Philly, and I used to work with one of Danny Garcia's cousins, and he told me about the Adrian Broner sparring session before it even got like leaked out. And he was like, "Watch out for this dude, Errol Spence." And I was like, "Okay, whatever." And I turned on YouTube, and I think I saw like his first two fights, and I wasn't really impressed because I was like a huge Mayweather fan, and their styles are so different. I didn't see all that movement and all that stuff, but then I started watching his punch placement, and you know, it's different. It's like people have to understand that. I try to tell people watching Errol Spence could at times he's underappreciated because his skill set is more like of a Tim Duncan skill set. The shit is not flashy, but it's super efficient. And if you don't have the same mental fortitude as him going down the stretch, that shit is gonna break you down over time because it's that consistent. And when I saw you on YouTube as well at that time, and I saw you doing a workout, and I saw that you mainly did calisthenics, and me coming from Brooklyn back when I was probably about 70 pounds lighter than this. I used to work out at Wingate Park. Wingate. So I knew when I saw you, I was like, damn, because there's like, I call them gods, man. There's gods in that park, bro. Like these dudes, I posted it on my boxing page. People like, oh, what that got to do with punching power? I'm like, it's a whole different type of strength. It ain't the same shit from lifting weights. It's different. It's like an internal type of strength. And what I noticed is that even with what you said, I don't think a lot of people really appreciated what you said with talking about Bruce Lee training. You were teaching Bruce Lee training means you are turning his body into a weapon. His actual body was a weapon. So the snap that we don't see and the impact we don't see on the punches is because the tool is not the same. They give, because Earl rotates on his punches and he punches through stuff. When he trained with you, there wasn't much give when he made contact. Now I know what I'm looking at, Blue. That's why you know I know what I'm talking about. There wasn't as much give when he made contact. It was like a piece of fucking steel was hitting you. It's a difference. And now when he made the contact, the weapon is not the same. He may still have the same athleticism, but that same internal strength is not the same. And no matter what I've seen from people from the lifting weights, I've always noticed that the guys that did the calisthenics were always the strongest. And if they wanted to take it to another level, they did weighted calisthenics for even more. And that natural, it just does something different. And I agree with Coach. I think it is very possible Errol got burnt out because that's shit taxing. You know, that's some taxing shit to do. You
I
know,
want to say, I want to say this because when you work with him, when you was working with him, Blueray, it was early in his career. Obviously, he was fighting a lot more often. You
yeah,
know what I'm saying? And then he became the champion. He started getting that bag, and then he went from fighting 4, 5 times a year to fight once and twice a year. Do you
right.
think that has something to do with it? Because now you sitting around for 7, 8 months at a time. You ain't got no training camp. Before, I'm pretty sure, you know what I'm saying, he was fighting often. He in the gym. He's always in the gym before when he coming up. He ain't really never out of the gym. Now he only fighting once, twice a year at the most. You know what I'm saying? And now he ain't in the gym like that. Do you think that had a lot to do with it? And he just kind of, start wasn't in the gym, and then it kind of, he wasn't working with you, and then now he's looking at it like, God damn, I'm fucked up now. Like I'm out of it now. I'm intimidated. Now I don't really, you know what I'm saying. I'm gonna just do what I do. You know what I'm saying. Now I don't really want to go and do all that extra training with Blueray. To me personally, and I'm not saying that I know everything. I think that probably got a lot to do with it. You know.
I,
Um,
I don't think intimidation, man. Like Earl a realist to himself as well. We gotta
I'm not.
remember. I
That
know
ain't
Earl.
what I'm saying. I'm just saying him just being them long layoffs. So he not in the gym like that, active like that at that point in time. You know what I'm saying? When you go from always in the gym, you always in the gym because
Right.
you always fight. You staying ready. And now you only fight once a year, twice a year at the most.
I think a good point you brought up real quick, Keon, with that.
Let me say this, mate. Let me say this. He said like Earl is a realist to himself as well. He know where he fucked off at. When he said to himself, like, man, he said sometimes went for this, taking this time off, then taking this off, then taking this off. Like the dude was realist at the same time. And
I'll be
hold
right.
on, hold on. Then he said this, like, and where my man just made a comment, Tyrone. Yeah, when he said, I think those silk sheets got him like it get. Yeah, that's exactly what it was, Tyrone. He said it himself. He said, shit, it sometimes shit, you just like I ain't doing it. But now though, like I said, I think that mental capacity is back now to where his ass did get that wake up call and like, all right, let me take this shit serious. You know what I mean? So I think he got it now, bro. I think that wake up call got to his ass. That's why I respected him when he was on that interview and he said, it went from a week to it went to 2 weeks, and then it's a month. Then it's like fuck it. I'll wait till I get a fight, then I'll start training. So he is a realist. He understand where he fucked off at. So I got to give him credit there. So, but it's still gonna be up on his ass to get back into it. But like I say, I think he got the right mental capacity back now. To all right, I'm in the game. Let me take this shit serious. So I'm out this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Keon, I follow you on. I follow you on that, and I'm a piggyback because
Think about this though.
Go ahead, Coach.
Coach, let me just finish my
Let
thought.
Coach go real fast, Kwame.
Only
Go ahead,
one thing I want to say is this. Only thing I wanted to say was this. Think about this. This is what Earl has a chance to be a great fighter. I mean, absolutely great. If you look at all these young fighters, if you want to take a blueprint from Floyd. Think about it like this. Floyd had millions and millions and millions of dollars, but he never took nobody for granted. He trained his ass off, right? He never wavered. He stayed in the gym because he knew when he retired, he could do whatever he want. He could play with 1,000 women if he want. right? He got all that money, and he sacrificed his ass off. They can say what they want. All of that shit they show on the television was for show. Floyd Mayweather worked his ass off, bro, until he retired. So that's my thing. If you think if Earl, I hope he's become more mature to where he realized, listen, I got 3 kids now. I got a son, I got 2 daughters. I need to get my shit together and make sure that I can provide for my grandkids. You know what I'm saying? And if I was Earl, I know it's hard, but you know the results. Results, you don't change nothing. Just like with my oldest son. My oldest son played college baseball. I got my youngest son play college baseball. So when he was little, all through college, I told him when he was little, I taught him how to swing a bat. And he would swing with a shovel because it builds up bat speed. So he took this shit all the way through college. I mean, you don't stop shit that work. Why change something
Ain't
that
broke,
works?
don't fix it.
That's my only problem
Exactly.
that
I
I have
said
with
that.
Earl. Why change something that works?
Work, man. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And
Are you,
like what I was saying, what Keon was saying, with the layoffs, I don't believe it's that, because you got to remember, between him fighting Bundu and Kell Brook, it was a 9-month layoff. And I remember Jamel Charlo coming out when not as many people were speaking on Errol as much, saying that like he was just a straight up gym killer during those 9 months of the layoff, and he stayed sharp and he stayed ready. And it, the facts are, it changed after, after he got his belt. We saw it against Lamont Peterson. He was still that guy. We saw it against Ocampo. I remember being at that weigh-in, and that's what shocked the shit out of me, Blueray, because I remember I was at the Ocampo weigh-in, and I remember when Errol flexed his core, I saw so many fucking veins and shit going through his core. I was like, he might kill this motherfucker, Ocampo. I mean, when he flexed, the shit was like literally scary. I was like, how does a motherfucker look like that? And then we go from that to the Mikey Garcia fight. So I think it could be a combination of being burnt out and then also becoming a little complacent. And then at the same time, kind of drinking your own Kool-Aid a little bit too much too. There was 2 comments that I heard from Errol Spence that disappointed me as a fan, because I remember when I went to the Mikey Garcia fight, I wasn't even working. I put that shit on a credit card and went out there. And when Errol Spence said, when he did an interview with Thomas Hill, he said when it was time to do strength and conditioning, he was playing the game. I was pissed off. I was like, come on, bro. And when he met up with Crawford and he was saying, I am the boogeyman. And to me, what that tells me is you start to believe stuff about yourself. And you always need to be in a place where you don't believe the crowd. Because when you believe you're the boogeyman, that means that you at this point could be slipping up. Because you believe in something, but you became the boogeyman by having a whole different lifestyle and a whole different training regimen. So I don't know what, when people talk about what he did out in his free time and all that. I don't know. I don't care. I don't know if he was doing what people alleged before or whatever, but I know one thing, because I seen it when I was in the park. A lot of those guys who look like motherfucking supermodels, a lot of those guys came out of jail. They drank, they did all kinds of shit, but they weight stayed down and they were still cut up, because that one discipline that they had of going to work out and doing those type of workouts on a daily basis, it's going to keep you a certain way. But as soon as you stop and you continue that same type of lifestyle, it's going to start to show up. So all I'm saying is that with everything that's happened in his life, in his career up to now, I just hope he finds his way back to what worked. Like Coach said, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And I think Keon is right as well. Again, with a lot of the time, the hardest part of that shit is to start. That's the hardest part. You know what I'm saying?
Mental.
It's mental. That's the hardest part. Is it ain't doing a workout, it's to actually start it. Because I figured that, with his last fight with Danny, everything he had been through, he wanted to just see if he still had it on his own. Maybe I don't need a Blueray or whatever. Let me go with my coach. Let me work myself back in. Let me do this. I want to see if I still got it to prove it to myself. Well, Earl, you fucking got it. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't never seen Danny Garcia. There was some rounds where it looked like Danny Garcia to me wanted to quit. He ain't want to be there no more. But the same guy that would have picked up on that and would have stopped him like he did Kell Brook, what was missing to me from the outside looking in was that training that you did that made him stronger going later on into the fight. So now that we've gotten through that, I'm hoping that, this live stream get to him. I'm pretty sure he watched a lot of shit, but I think this is a very powerful live stream because there's a lot of guys on this panel that really love Errol Spence as a fighter and are true supporters and not just fans. Because I always learn that the difference between a supporter and a fan. See, a fan could turn on you because a fan is short for fanatic. So when shit is good, they with you. When shit ain't good, they somewhere else. But when you actually support somebody, you know what I'm saying? You there because you there to make sure to see that they get to where they need to be. And that's why I've always said, no matter what, that's what I got a lot of love for you, Blue, because I know that you ain't a fucking fan. You know what I'm saying? I know you're not a fan. I know you know what I'm saying? You really love that dude, like on some genuine shit. And the reason why he was able to do some of the things that he did is because what you were giving him came from a good place. And that's why you in a good place. We have always talked on the phone. We would have some of these conversations. And when it makes me happy when I look on Instagram and I see your business is thriving, or you buying property, or you doing whatever you doing out there, because God don't sleep at the end of the day. But at times people are in your life for a reason. You know what I'm saying? And you have to appreciate relationships for what they are. And you guys still seem to have a great foundation. So hopefully we can see you guys back together, and we can see the full. I feel like you bring the full potential out of EJ. I feel like he's a great fighter, but I feel like like you say, he's the cake. He's the cake, but you that fucking icing that go in the cake that just take it to that extra level that makes it like super world class. So I hopefully we can see you guys back together.
Yeah, I pray we do too, man. I'm just waiting, brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But we've been going for about 3 now, man. Y'all got any last words? I want to appreciate Blue for coming on. These motherfuckers ain't gonna leave me alone.
Hey,
My man, y'all. But man, y'all got any last words for
Blueray,
Blue? Let's get some last
I'm gonna
words for
see if
Blue.
I can get in contact with my homeboy, my little homeboy. He already a hard ass puncher, but I want him to come see you too. The Rougarou, that's my dude.
You talking about
Progress.
Regis program?
Yeah.
Blue about had some run-ins with Regis program, didn't you, Blue?
Regis.
You never met Regis?
Huh?
You never met Regis program? You about ran into Regis before, haven't you?
I saw him when Maurice hooked about Ramirez. I seen him, but I didn't meet him.
Okay. Any last words, Key?
Nah, man.
I hope Errol get back with you, bro. And man, because everybody who's a true boxing fan, Money, ETB, all y'all know, bro. He just looked different. It just looked.
It's a different level.
His sharpness, his power,
everything.
His manhandling these guys, bro, it just looked different, bro. And I just pray that Errol do the right thing, bro. I hope he come back to you, bro. I hope y'all get back together, bro, because y'all are a remarkable team. You, him, and Derek, man.
Yeah, that's unstoppable.
But y'all got a winning combination, bro.
Yes, yeah, Blue, man. I appreciate you for coming on the panel and chopping it up with us, giving us, some inside game, I'm definitely gonna have to hit you up behind the scenes, man. Um, yeah, man. We all want to see EJ back with you. Real talk, I mean, it's like this simple as this. Are you doing the same things that you were doing that got you to the top? If
Right.
the answer is no, well, you need to get back to doing what you was doing when that got you to where you at right now. So, and that's just how I feel about it, man. Me and you the same age, so to see you work out like you do, oh man, I already know that's some beast shit, you know.
Yeah, I think what Earl like 30. He just had a birthday.
Yeah, he
31.
young. Earl only like 30, man.
I was in the best shape of my life when I was like 33, 34, 35. That's when I was in the best shape of my life because I didn't start working out till I was 29. I had never worked out in my life till I was 20. So,
Yeah, man. I think when I was like 32, from like 30 to like 33, I look like GI Joe. So I know when you get this age, it's harder. When you get this age, it's harder. So you got to go extra hard.
and I just said that to say this that like
Man, y'all stop that old young ass niggas, man. Y'all be quiet with that bullshit.
Hey, coach.
Coach feeling left out.
Hey,
Hey,
hey, hey, hey, coach ain't lifting up but legs and forks. That's why he said that
said that, said that earlier.
Now y'all tripping now. I still spar now. I still get in the ring every now and then.
he see what you did
Coach,
in.
every time they go argue with coach, I think coach say, I'll bring your ass down to New Orleans. You can get in this ring with me. I got these gloves for you.
Now respect. But the reason I brought that up is
Hey, that's how I feel about it, bro. All them old ignorant ass people, bro. Oh, internet warriors, bro. I ain't doing all that bullshit. I don't believe in talking, bro. I don't do all that talking.
yeah, but
You understand? You come your ass down here. I even house you. I house you.
Go ahead, bro.
What I'm trying to say is that Earl still got plenty of time to get even in better shape.
Hey, bro, I just keep it real, bro.
I started working out till I was 29. He's 30 years old. So he still, we still can get together and do a whole bunch of damage in the boxing game. Because like I said, as long as he trained with me, I know how to keep him in tip-top shape, period. You know what I mean? And we got like a lot of these young killers trying to come up and test him. But we already know when he was training with me, wasn't nobody calling him out. Not a single soul. But now he stopped working out with me. Everybody want to hold their nuts and feel like, like they can box or even like, I like Ennis. You know what I mean? But like, Jerron Ennis want to call him out and all this whole type stuff, man. Listen, I was still trying to Earl, boy. Listen.
Not only that, talking about Jerron Anderson, I walked through him like wet tissue. I had to make a post for his ass. I was like, come on, that boy. Earl, you 27. I think he was 26 and 0. Earl was 25 and 0. I say it's a difference, bro. Look at Errol Spence. You fought as many people he's fought, but this man is the unified champion. This man is the #1 fighter at the welterweight division. This man fought on 3 pay-per-views back to back to back, right? And you got the same amount of fights as him. You gotta look in the mirror and wake your ass up. And I like Ennis. He a bad boy coming, but
I like him, me personally.
Yeah,
I like him. I think he's good against Herndon. I like him. And people gotta understand, they would kill me, bro. Like, people feel like you can't like somebody else, and
Right.
because I'm trying to Earl, I don't like him, man. I like Terrence Crawford.
facts.
That's the fact that if you fight Earl, I'm not going for you. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is.
Facts.
So I like Jerron Ennis. I like Virgil Ortiz. I like a lot of these boxers. You know what I mean? But it's just the fact that, okay, well, if you fight here, then I'm gonna be on this side. So I don't have to I wouldn't train Ennis against Earl, but I would love to train Ennis. I would love to train Virgil Ortiz. I train a lot of different boxers, but my one thing, if y'all fighting Earl, I'm not messing with you, period.
Exactly. And that's what you call real shit. For real.
Hey, who is this dude, man?
Yeah,
EGO
I seen this lame
0082.
shit.
Who is this?
Fuck him, coach. We ain't even worrying about him.
Too
We just
busy
gonna
drinking
fight.
margaritas and dancing with
We ain't
dudes.
gonna-
Him and James want no
You ain't
parts
gotta
of
repeat that,
Bud.
coach. You ain't even gotta repeat that. We
Say,
just
bro,
blocked
you
him.
can stop that shit. Errol told you what he gonna do. All right, the boy said he gonna get He gonna get motherfucking all 3 of them belts, and then he coming on the other side of the street. So the man ain't lied to us. He told us exactly what the fuck he was gonna do. So you can miss me with that bullshit, whoever the fuck that is.
Yeah, they just come in trying to direct some shit. Cause we ain't worrying about them, man. They can go play with somebody else, man. But I want to thank my brother Blue, man, for coming through. Blues always an honor, bro. Always a pleasure. Thank you for always being trill and real, bro. Stump down, don't change up for nothing. You know what I mean? And that's how you got to be out here in these streets, man. Because we got a lot of suckers out here, bro. But you damn sure one of the realest. You feel me?
Already. Can't have it no other way.
No other way, champ. I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you.
All right, family. Appreciate all y'all, man.
All right.
Appreciate you.
Peace, Blue.
Yeah, man. That was a good one, bro. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That was a good one. Yeah, Coach, we ain't worrying about them suckers, Coach. They just try to come through, change the narrative just like earlier, like I told Knockout. We ain't letting them do none of that shit. You know what I mean?
Monty, now you see why I text you. I was like, I can't. You took my airtime, nigga. I couldn't compete with this shit here. This shit was fire, man.
But I ain't know you was going on, bro. I've been putting out that we gonna get them for today. I said it on the show yesterday, didn't I, Keith?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I could have sworn with the ESPN announcement, man. Because I work from home. I just kept looking at my phone. I'm like, when these motherfuckers coming on? It was 3:00. I ain't see no alert. I like, God damn,
About what?
Like your Keon show normally be on my time at 3:00.
Oh, I just wait for the Keon.
Yeah, but once this whole Pacquiao announcement, I was like, oh, I know they're about to go in today. I was staring at my damn phone.
Nah, one of my partners, man, he had came into town, so he hit me up. He like, man, I want to get in the gym with you and do your workout regimen with you. So I took him to the gym. So that's why. Yeah, that's why I ain't do the show.
I see.
Yeah.
No doubt. Let me get some last words from y'all, fellas, so we gonna get up out of here.
Man, just salute to the panel, salute to the chat, man. Y'all was
a pleasure, bro. You know how I go. Hey, Keon, when you go on, bro? I'll come on your show, bro.
Tomorrow, I'll be on tomorrow. We'll be on tomorrow. At 12, anywhere between 12 and 12:30 my time. So you East Coast time, right, Coach?
Oh, you got to
do that'd be 3 Coach time.
No,
right?
I'm in Central.
Oh,
I'm in Louisiana, bro.
So it'll be 2. So 2:30 your time.
Yeah, now is Coach for you right now. It's 11 o'clock, right?
11.
I'm already subscribed. Hey, Laurie Reed, I'm subscribed to you too. I come on a Facebook page. That shit nice. I like it.
That's what's up, Coach. That's what's up.
Yeah, we'll be on tomorrow. We'll be on tomorrow at 2:30 your time, Coach. Yep.
No doubt. Yeah. Salute to the chat. Definitely salute to the panel, man. This was, I think, at the peak, I was like somewhere around 160 people in here, man. So, keep doing what y'all doing.
Don't even worry about the people, Kwame, because you'll be at 160 tomorrow. We'll be at motherfucking 12. You feel me?
Yeah, it's all good, but
I just rocked out, bro.
The content was fire. And the show was good before Blue even got on it. It got better when he did get on it. So just a salute to everyone who came out and paid attention, and definitely everyone on the panel. I appreciate meeting Coach, because I didn't know who Coach was. Y'all always just be saying Coach. Now I get to meet him, man. So I'm just real appreciative to be on here, and make sure you guys continue to follow these guys. And we got heavy hitters like Blue Blood in here, man. You know what I'm saying? So
Blue one of the Godfathers.
Yeah.
Let me tell y'all the story. So, like I said, my partner, he came in from out of town today, and you know what I'm saying, I took him to the gym. So he get to talking to me about boxing, and I'm like, damn, he knows some shit, because me and him don't never really talk about boxing. So most cats that get to talk about boxing, you like, yeah, whatever, you know what I'm saying? They don't know what the fuck they be talking about, because they just follow what they see on ESPN and some shit, right? And so I'm chopping it up with him, and he like, yeah, man. He like, man, I fuck with Blueray. He like, I mean, not Blueray. I fuck with Blue Blood. He like, man, but he's like, man, Blue Blood's my shit. He's like, man, I watch Blue Blood every day. That's, I said, man, you know who Blue Blood is? He like, yeah, I was watching your show And he was like, and you told me to go to Blue Blood, and ever since you told me to go to Blue Blood, he was like, man, I'm waiting for Blue Blood every day. That's how I know. And I'm like, man, I said, man, you gonna have to come in and let Blue, know who you is, that you my people. I said, man, I'm gonna have to tell Blue that. So you never know, man. You never know who watching.
Hey man,
Facts.
y'all go subscribe to BN Boxing News, man. That's my homeboy, my frat brother. That's my boy,
Yeah,
man. Go
BN,
holler
drop
at him,
that
bro.
link,
Go and
BN.
subscribe, bro.
I'm a sub right now.
BN, drop that link, BN.
Yeah, I think I already subbed the BN Boxing News. Yeah.
Drop the link, Lori. Y'all go, subscribe to BN Boxing, bro. Good dude. That's how I found you, Coach. That's how I found you, through BN. I'm like, I gotta find Coach ass.
Oh yeah, make sure you guys also subscribe to Loyal to the Game.
Well, we know how that
Boxing.
went, bro. We
Drop
know
the link,
how that
Kwame.
shit went with that. I'm not gonna even. I told you don't give clowns
Oh,
play.
nah,
So
I ain't gonna let that play. I'm just telling
I had to sit here. I'm not gonna even mention that clown name, bro.
Yeah, we ain't saying his name. I'm just saying how I found you though, through BN. That's when I seen BN on there. But yeah, man, I appreciate everybody, man. It's all love, fam.
I appreciate
all
you
love.
having me on, bro. It was good talking to Blueray, dog. Hey man, I
Yeah.
think that dude is awesome, bro. And
Oh yeah,
I just wish Errol get back to it, bro, because all of us on the panel, man, we know
Yep.
the difference. We know the difference in his body. We know the difference in his power, his strength, his conditioning, dog. It's just a different, bro. And I hope Errol take heed, bro, and get back with him, bro. I really do.
yes, sir. Look at Blue. Blue say somebody told my pops today to watch me. My pops put me in like, of course I know him. He my son. Ain't that crazy?
Yeah, man.
Hey, but Blue, they ain't know that was your pops though, bro. They probably like, man, you like boxing? Oh man, you need to watch Blue Bloods, But that's how big you is, Blue. Blue keep 1,000 plus in that mud, man. Hey,
Yeah.
the link, man. Y'all go over. Y'all make sure y'all follow Sheena on Facebook. Show some love. Oh my God, Lori. What do I keep calling Lori Sheena, man?
Oh man.
What do I keep
You
doing
better
that?
stop that shit, money.
Follow. Nah, Sheena name right there. Follow Lori boxing page, bro. I get tired, man.
Hey, he got Sheena on the brain. He got Sheena on the brain, bro.
Man, then y'all go show some love. Subscribe to BN Boxing. Show some love. Subscribe to you drop the link, Kwame.
I'm about to drop it now.
But man, yeah, I told y'all to go get Blue on here, man. Y'all was talking about him so much. I say, fuck it, why not, man? Get him on here. Coach like him. Key be talking about him with this. Hey, y'all was pissed off when I said that turns Bud Crawford shit. But hey, the facts are the facts. The facts are the facts. I'm just saying, if it's something working, people not gonna let it go. If just say if Floyd linked up with Blueray, and if Floyd seen results from Blueray, that motherfucker would have been on the team till Floyd was 50-0. Floyd won't let him go. You know what I'm saying? It's just about you seeing something that work and you keeping it, bro. You know what I mean? You got to be real about certain shit. Here go Lord to the boxing game right here. This the YouTube.
Yeah.
Bro, just
YouTube.
like I said.
Y'all show love. Subscribe to the YouTube.
Can you imagine Devin having super crack with the skills he got?
Yeah.
Oh my God, dude. It'll be on another level.
Yep.
On another level, man. On another level. I'm trying to tell you. So we'll see though, man. We'll see. Like I say, grown men, they make their own moves, they make their own decisions. But you gotta remember, once you make those certain decisions, you gotta live with it. You feel me? Don't let the shit be in the back of your head. You know that talking about, yeah, I want to do this, but man, fucking nah, dog. If you feel like it's the best thing working for you, bro, go with it and ride with that shit, man. Push yourself to the limit. That's why you're a fucking athlete. I mean, you get into the business of an athlete. You know what the job of an athlete is, bro. Keep your ass in the best shape you can be in. That's why when football be in and people think football or baseball be over with, no. Those motherfuckers go right back into training, getting ready for the next season. That's why you see them coming into the next season and you see who was training or not, bro. You'll see it. That's why some people, oh man, I'm in shape, but I'm not in basketball shape. I'm in shape, but I'm not in football shape. I'm in shape, but I ain't in boxing shape. So you just got to push yourself to the limit, man. They know what they got to get to, coach. Trust and believe. If you're an athlete and this is your profession and you've been doing this shit for years and years, you know what it takes to get you to a certain level. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be on you. So at the end of the day, if you take your ass in that ring and you take that L, blame your goddamn self because you know if you push yourself to the limit or not. especially in boxing or tennis in the sports where it's only you versus another player. You know what I'm saying? You know what it takes to get you to that level for your ass to be at your highest peak. You feel me? So at the end of the day, we can say what we say, but you know what you got to do. And it's going to be up to you to go to that next level if you want to be known as an all-time great. Like you say, Floyd Mayweather worked his ass off with $1 billion in the bank, but that motherfucker worked like he had $2. You know what I'm saying? And that's why he got the results that he had, and that's why he able to live the life that he can live for the rest of his fucking life, bro. That shit didn't come easy. It came with hard work. You feel me? Hard work, dedication. Floyd Patterson.
Money. Some of the kids that we get in the gym, they want to play boxing. You understand what I'm saying? They want to play boxing. And you don't play boxing, bro. You gotta you're gonna dedicate yourself. I've watched them get tired, and it's because you playing boxing. You know, you got the skills, you whooping somebody's ass, but you're not in condition. And because you playing boxing, and then you end up losing a fight and want to complain. Well, what you're complaining about because you didn't dedicate yourself to what you wanted to do. So, you know, you have times when you see guys, man, they get tired, and you like, bro, you know what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to run 5 miles morning, 5 miles in the evening when we get done, when you get after going to the gym. You know what I'm saying? So there's I don't want to hear no crying and complaining. You dedicate yourself, the shit that works for you, you continue it. Why would you change anything? You know, that's my only problem. And Brian, I love Errol. I was following him when he was in the amateurs. So that's my only thing with him. Dude, you got to look at it as an investment. That's the way you look at it. When you're a pro, look at it, especially when you're on that level. Look at it as an investment. You're going to work your ass off for the next 5 years. You're not going to stop. You're going to dedicate yourself. And then after that, you can sit down and do what the fuck you want. You can travel where you want. You can go where you want because you're going to have so much money. You're going to be able to take care of your grandkids. You're going to have
generational wealth.
Yeah, you're going to have wealth for your grandkids, your great grandkids. And everybody can say, you know what, my great grandpa, he established all of this shit, this business or whatever, and he took care of his family. So that's my thing with Errol. You at the point now that you should be mature enough because you what, 28, 30, you might be 30 now.
31.
You should dedicate yourself now, bro, and work your ass off so that when by the time you 35, you won't have to fucking hit a lick at a snake. You know what I'm saying? So if I had that kind of talent coming up and doing the things that this kid is and Errol started late, which is even a more of a blessing. You know, God has put his hands on you, bro, to where you can provide for your family and your family through generations. So dedicate yourself now, get back with Blueray, work your ass off, bro, and then you don't have to have regardless of how it fall out, you can make as much money and take care of your kids. And that's the thing, man. You know, more than any of this bullshit that these fighters be going through, you want to be able to take care of your great grandchildren. You know what I'm saying? And that's the main thing, bro.
That's how you leave. When you leave this motherfucker, all you leave is a name behind. All the other shit is going to them. Your ass going whichever way, but that's all you leave. But go ahead, Keith. Let me get some last words, Keith. Get up out of here.
Oh man, shit, another great show. You know what I'm saying? Love kicking it with y'all on the panel. Everybody in the chat, salute to everybody in the chat. Make sure that y'all go subscribe to my channel if y'all ain't already subscribed. Everything boxing and sports. Me and Money, we gonna be on there cooking tomorrow. Y'all already know how we do it. You know, if you already subscribe to us. And yeah, shit, we out. That's it.
Yes,
great
sir.
show.
I appreciate everybody for coming through, showing love. John Kramer was going down. Shayna, Lori, Blue Blood, everybody, man. There's a lot of y'all here tonight, man. I appreciate y'all. Thank you to my brother Blueray for coming through, showing love, man. Always showing up a trail, man. So y'all know how I go. But y'all know what it is, man. It's your boy Money. This the NSBC moving everybody safe in these streets. Hit the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you want to donate. OG Money on Cash App. TreyAfter52@gmail.com on PayPal. If you can't, just tell a friend, hit the subscribe button, like, comment, share the video. Y'all know how your boy get down, man. Big dog status. Appreciate y'all, man. Y'all stay safe out there. Wash your hands, wear your mask, because the corona shit is real. You feel me? But much love. Peace out, fam.
Peace.
Hey.